Welcome, everybody. How is everybody doing today? I hope you had a blessed day, a blessed work day. Um, Glad that you guys are here with me. Jay should be coming up shortly. We're gonna stream on both channels, so you can look at it on Gabe's channel, and you can look at it on mine also. Today is a pick'em show. As soon as Gabe gets in here, we'll pick those shows for you. But I hope everybody's having a good one. Um, it was a good day for me. Um, Today is a pick'em day show. We pick all the games and look at the spreads and see if you guys like to um, put a little bit of change down and make a little bit of change. We don't try to make you gamble or anything like that, but just a little guide. What me and Low and Gabe get on, but I haven't really talked to Gabe today that much. So I know he left a nice little thumbnail on TikTok, but I haven't seen the link going around. So, but thank you for being here. If you guys haven't subscribed to the Radar Outsiders already, please do. Tell a friend. Hit the like button for this show, and um, and then we'll get started with it. Wednesday's the day for me to um get rid get rid of all the BS that we had the last week. I'm not gonna really Me personally, I'm not gonna really talk about the Buffalo game. In a quick rant, it wasn't really a good game for the Raiders, and I think we got beat in all phases. Um, that happens to the best teams, and it happens all the time to the worst teams. So, um, for the guys that are in the chat, I want to say what's up to you. Robert Pena, man, thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Lord Rashidas, what's up? Cool KF, my bro. What's going on? Thank you for being up with here with me. If you have any questions that you want to talk about, even if it is a Buffalo game and what I think about it, I want you guys to uh, have a new type feeling that we're gonna have against this Pittsburgh team because me looking at this Pittsburgh team, I always do like a little game plan on Wednesdays and what we're gonna do. It's a little early for to put in game plans, but for me, because I'm not on, you know, I'm usually on with Low and I get on other channels. Friday I'm gonna be with Ben, and I'll talk about this also. Is that um if if we go in with the same at home with the same type of mentality, or because I know what they were trying to do, and I also know what Buffalo did. But Buffalo is gonna what just about every team. So get used to this. Raider Mania, thank you for being here, brother. I appreciate it. Um, I think that Buffalo just said, "Hey, Josh Jacobs is back, so we're gonna stack up, bring a safety up, and we're gonna stop that right from the get go." And Jacoby Myers isn't playing, and 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 there's only our only option is Devontae Adams, and then so they blanketed him also. And what teams are doing now is that's what they do. They see who your best players are, and they concentrate on those players and let the other guys that are not so talented or not so have, like our number one guys, they blanket them and they cover them extra special, and that's exactly what happened to us. Right from the get go, first play of the game. You've seen the guard get pushed all the way back and basically could take the handoff from Jacobs. He did that a couple of times. He had the worst running grade for a guard that I've seen in a long, long time. Uh, and we expect us to win games, which we know that Da is gonna be back. He's good, and we know Jacoby Myers is gonna be back. That we have another option out there that we can uh, go go into the game with a little bit more weapons, and I hope we use our tight ends more, and I hope that we because if they make Garoppolo beat you with his arm, that's not the way this offense is. We don't have Tom Brady back there like they did, and he really meant a lot to that offense. So I hope that we go in there with a different type game plan to where we're a balanced offense, but not where they could blanket us. There's other options out there, and we know that Jacobs is the option. So we're gonna see that, and we have to get used to that. We're gonna have to get used to seeing Josh Jacobs having not 100-yard games, and then I know the tradition that when he rushes for 20 and he gets 100 yards that we're successful in winning, but we have to adapt to just Jacobs getting 3-4 yards and just pounding it in there. But you can't pound when your guards are getting pushed back 6 feet behind the line of scrimmage, getting pushed back like that. So that's real quick nutshell for that game. That's what Buffalo did for that game. But I got more people over here that wants to holler. Nutty Raider Nate, my dog. That's my dog. Thank you for being here, man. D Menace, what's up? And I had Auntie Six, the trade emporium man. He had a question, and the question: how would you fix what we are doing for the next game? And I'm so blessed tonight to start this show with one of my homeboys. It was his idea, but he's really good at the knowledge of football. He's real hyped up right now about this team and uh and this game. I could tell by our after talks, after lives, and the co-star of the show, Renegade 420. What's up, partner? How you doing?
Cracking, man. Shit, I had already started a live too on the other channel too. I was like, oh shit, I didn't even see the
Did,
link that you sent.
did you put it on StreamYard too? Did you send out a link and
Yeah,
everything?
yeah, but I finished. I just ended the live right there and I just hopped on this one.
Oh, okay. I didn't even see it.
Yeah,
What
I'll
time did
just
you
delete
start
that
at
one.
4:20?
5:20, the same time. We were on screen the same time, and I was like, and I seen somebody.
Oh shit.
Auntie Six put it. Oh, uh, uh, he put Gravy's live, and I said, oh shit, he must be live on his channel. So okay, I fucking ended that live and I came
Oh,
over here.
so we got to talk to each other, see whose link we're gonna be on next time. Then
Yeah, no, I was gonna put it so we could stream it to both of us. You know what I mean?
did you do that on this one?
No, that's not. I didn't set this one up. I didn't. I don't. That one's not on here.
Well, you can
The
say
the
you can
little
still stream on this one, right?
the little button on top is not on here right now. The one where because I think you have to put it before you start the stream. You can put it like you have to like add like a setting to it. You have to put like
All right. Well,
allowed
we'll get that fixed. We'll get that
for
fixed on
sure.
the next one.
Yeah,
Technical difficulties for the second show we did on the pickles, but I was
for
just
sure.
telling everybody, Gabe, that you was hyped up for this Pittsburgh game, but I was explaining to the audience that we had that we were trying to get over this game. The Buffalo game is pretty much gone. As far as football coaches are concerned, you start worrying about the next one right Wednesday. So I
Yeah,
didn't talk about what the defense um, has a problem with um, as far as the Raiders are concerned. So I did offensively. And what I said is that we got more options of threats because Devontae's going to be there, and so is Jacoby Myers. But we're always going to have Jacobs there, and I don't really see a threat at the running game with anybody else. So people are going to do the same thing as what Denver did and Buffalo did. Is that they're going to want you to run the ball, and then they're gonna focus on shutting Jacobs down. But we have more options for with the receivers, so that's a good thing. But I said we got to be more balanced. We got to be balanced. We just can't get away from this and that. But I wanted to answer Auntie's question. What do you think? What Auntie said
Well, we'll see
going on
what
in the
question.
next game? What do we have to do?
Fix or D going into the next game. I mean, to be honest, I don't think we're gonna be able to fix it like week to week like that. But as far as getting better, I just think it's all in like the basically the will of the defensive player. I don't know if it's in them or what happened last week, bro. But that wasn't the same. That wasn't the same effort I seen in the first week. You know what I mean? It just was all around just bad. You know what I think? I think that with of course you gotta go into the film room, see what you did wrong, and then I just think maybe mixing it up on the defensive line because I think that's where like the problems kind of like they come from. Like I think that the problems come from the interior. You know what I mean? And then they just
Mm-hmm.
spread themselves out. You know what I mean? I just think that it starts there, and I think maybe bringing up like a I don't know, man, bringing up maybe a Nesta Jade, just for like a couple plays or something like that. You know what I mean? Just to maybe see what he got. You know what I mean? See if he can show some flashes out there. I just think just and having more of a having more of a disguise on the defense, man. And even if you're not gonna blitz, just show blitz, maybe and just maybe bring blitz once in a while. I mean, you they do blitz, you know what I mean. It's not like if he's just like it's non-existent that he doesn't blitz. It's just like I think the blitzes have to become more disguised, bro, and also on the offense too. But we're talking about the defense right now. I just think just maybe show blitz on the right side and send a corner on the left. You know what I mean? You just gotta kind of disguise things better, bro. And Patrick Graham is I just think that he's on the hot seat, so I think he needs to do something with his game plan for sure, man. He needs to for sure, you know, be able to get to the quarterback this week because Kenny Pickett does struggle when he has pressure on him, and I think
Mm-hmm.
he'll make some mistakes, man. So I think that getting pressure on the quarterback, just maybe disguising stuff more and maybe bringing some guys up like that haven't got maybe any playing time because I just don't think that they uh they can't do any worse, bro, than what we saw last week.
All lives. What's up, man? My Fresno partner, NorCal, Radio Jesse. What's up, man? Thank you for being up here. I appreciate it. Um,
Yes, sir.
do you think that, bro? Do you think we're running thin at the DL now, as far as like seeing people? Has Nesta even been out there?
Nesta hasn't been out there. I know Byron Young's
He
been
hasn't
out
been
there
out
very.
there at all.
Byron's been out there
As
very
far as
minimal. John
Milko
Jenkins. It's
Breezy,
been
Milko Breezy, thanks for being on the show. Uh,
it's been
I,
mostly John Jenkins, Bilal Nichols, Byron Young is a guy in a couple
Tillery,
plays there. Tillery. Those are mainly the guys. You know what I mean? Right now. I mean, what happened to Adam Butler? What happened to fucking fucking and Nesta Jade, bro? Like let's see if they have anything, you know what I mean, to give to this team because the guys just have not produced, man, out there. You know what I mean? The first game was still like there was still no pressure up the middle. Maybe the defense, showed up better in the second half, but there still was no pressure up the middle. The only
yeah,
sack in the middle, in the first game was Tillery, but that was
Tillery.
caused by coverage sack. You know what I mean? That was more of a
Mhm.
coverage sack where Russell Wilson kind of held onto the ball a little too long and it allowed for Tillery to kind of just like chase him around in the pocket and just ended up getting to him. But as far as just the pressure up the middle has been kind of non-existent this year, bro. Especially in the second game, it was just abysmal. Like it was just bad all the way around. The whole
Mhm.
defensive line, but just the defensive line in the middle, it starts there, man. That with pressure there because you're allowing these 150, 160 pound running backs, to be able to run through the tackles. You know what I mean? That shouldn't be even a thing. You know what I mean? When you have a fucking small ass back like that, back there, he should be hitting the outsides and stuff like that. He shouldn't be able to run between the tackles. And I just think the defensive line needs to step up this week, man. And I just think maybe moving maybe just rotating some bodies around in there can maybe help it out.
You know what I was thinking last night too, bro. I was thinking, do you think the coaching staff, we're saying, nah, we don't want to wait these 4 games for stuff to start moving. But maybe the coaches are saying, oh, because you heard Graham saying, oh, they need to get, it takes a couple of games, to do this and that shit. I don't like
I,
hearing that, man.
I don't need like
I don't
I
like
understand.
hearing your defensive coordinator saying that shit. You
Yeah,
know,
I would understand that if you know most of the guys that are struggling aren't like the new guys. Epps has been playing good. Spillane has been playing good. Diablo has been playing better this year. It's the guys that you would think that don't need to have time to get it. You know what I
hmm
mean? Like the guys that are on this team already for the second year, like Tillery, like Bilal Nichols, like Max Crosby to a certain point. Like like guys like Malcolm Kuntz. You know what I mean? Like fucking Masterson, um, Nate Hobbs. All of these guys, and Trayvon Morig, all of these guys shouldn't be taking their time to fucking get it. That should have been last year. You know what I mean? Like I just think that's a fucking excuse. He's trying to build in an excuse. Fucking Patrick Graham with that one. I just don't think that he's talking out of his ass with
yeah,
that one. What do you mean? It takes
yeah. I
four
didn't
games.
understand that, man. That's like saying it's okay. It's okay if we go 1-3. Now the fans ain't gonna like it, and I'm like, fuck, man. Your coach is saying this, or we were gelling and all that. That should have been done a long time ago. That's the
Yeah,
way
bro.
I
It's just
am, bro. Game 1, you should be ready to go. You know, if not, play in the preseason. Then make you ready. Not just
for real, bro. It's
I
like
can't
that
hear that
shit.
shit.
That's just an excuse right there. That's just a fucking
Yeah,
trying to build an excuse for himself, for trying to buy himself some more time. I don't know what it is, but that's just a bunch of BS to me right there.
that showed me where his train of thought is like, okay, this is where we're gonna go with this defense, and just
Yeah,
wait a little bit.
I wouldn't mind if you saying that again, like for the rookies that are like on new on this team,
Yeah,
like Tyree and Bennett, but all the other defensive guys, like the two guys that you got kind of new that are starting for your defense are actually stepping up, are the two guys that are kind of stepping up. The rest of the guys, you know what I mean, are guys that should get it already.
yeah.
That shit's just
I want to
I
bring
don't
up
know.
one guy. I haven't heard his name. I didn't hear his name basically all Buffalo game was Masterson.
Yeah,
I don't even know if he played or whatever. Did he play?
I didn't see him really out there though. Like
I didn't.
to
I
be
didn't, I
honest,
didn't see him. I didn't see him do nothing. We had high hopes for this kid. I don't know, but that's enough with Buffalo. We got another. God, these defenses that we're playing, man, are smash mouth dudes. You know what I mean? The Pittsburgh defense ain't no joke because
no,
no matter who they're missing, Hayward's gone, but they got a couple more guys in there that can spell for them that can get in there too. They got, I don't want Najee Harris blowing up on us with he only has like 72 yards rushing 2 games combined. And I don't want him getting 172 against our defense.
yeah,
So,
that's
and
what
then
usually happens.
their little backup Warren, he's a different gadget. He's a speed guy. And, basically what I'm seeing is that Najee is just your banger in between the tackle, beat you up type back, and then they get Warren in there, and Warren's your perimeter guy, and
Yeah,
then we got to sew that container on the outside to stop that. If they want to go outside, mostly they use Warren, but
because
the defensive front Now this defense that Pittsburgh has, they got what two two or three scores just on defense alone already. Aren't they number one at that or something? Or I
So
think
I
the
think
Saints are up there, but
they
I think
have
they got
two
yeah.
on Monday. They didn't get one in game
And,
one because they played the Niners. They barely scored in the first game, but the second
and
game, yeah, they got two.
we got zero turnovers because the two that we should have got called back by
Yeah.
penalties, and we need to stop that.
Yes, we need to be able to
I
take
just
advantage of those extra opportunities, bro. We have to. We have to. Like those are going to be the equalizer against some of the better teams, especially like teams like Buffalo. You know what I mean? Like teams that are kind of already like one of the upper echelons of the AFC, pretty much. You know what I mean? The teams that were kind of like preseason favorites to make a deep run in the playoffs. Like those type of games, you can't have mishaps like that, bro. You gotta be opportunistic, and you gotta be able to score on those opportunities too. Like you gotta be able to put up points on opportunities like that. Like those shits don't come in. Like you already a struggling defense in that category. So when those things come around, you gotta take advantage of it.
and I want to tell Dark Ages a happy birthday. I don't know if it's today, but I know it was coming up. I need your address, bro, because one of somebody from the chat had a got you something from me, so we're gonna take care of you with that. So send me your address on IG if you can, please. But happy birthday, the Junior Jacobo. Thanks for being on the show. Me and Gabe appreciate it. Um, Now, Gabe, what do you see about this D that Pittsburgh has that could give us problems? From what from the digression of our offensive line and our running game, what do you see? What's the main factors that the Raiders will have to do to get to this defense? Because we already know what the Pittsburgh defense does because we talked about it. So,
I think that the most
what
important
type
thing
of thing?
for Jimmy G, like the
Mhm.
one thing that he hasn't got in these two games is you know what I mean, like uh uh even a decent running game. You know what I mean? You get a decent running game going, especially early. That right there, I think, can have this defense like because they have to account for Da. They're gonna have to account most likely for Jacoby this week. He had a limited practice today, and I just think that when you get that run going, you're gonna start opening up, the play action. You're gonna start opening up that shit because I think they're gonna start off with 8 in the box. But if you start being effective, getting 4 yards, 5 yards runs, and they keep 8 man in the box, you're gonna see opportunities open up for Da, for Jacoby and stuff like that early, to where that can allow the Pittsburgh to kind of go back on their heels a little bit and maybe stop putting eight in the box early, so that way it opens up the game. But I think the the most important thing is trying to establish this run game, bro, because that was like our bread and butter for even the amount of wins that we got last year. You know what I mean? And it's just we have to establish that shit one way or another. On we cannot be like we did on Sunday, dog. That was minus yards, bro. So like, and I just think
Yeah.
a rotation too, a little bit more of a rotation will help out too. Keep them on their heels a little bit more.
I don't see Van Ruten in there next year at all. I mean, not next week. This week coming up, I don't for what that for what he did out there. I'm surprised they didn't switch him out the rest of the game. He might be the
Yeah,
only option there, but like that, we talked about having a Luminor at guard and moving Mumford over there to tackle. I like the way that works. That sounds good to
yeah,
me right there. But
I
we
do, man.
but against this team, Garoppolo's not the type dude to be going back 40 times a game. Even 30. He's not that type guy. All of us know that. But if he has, when we get some sustaining drives where he's throwing the ball, it might become a little bit imbalanced. But we definitely have to have a running game, just like you said. Now that becomes a
Definitely.
problem. We're gonna know. We're gonna know real quick. I think we're gonna find out real quick if McDaniel's wants to be successful in running game or he doesn't. Because I don't see us winning a lot of games under Garoppolo's arm, but with a running game, he could do it. Because when he was with the other teams, he had a good running game, sustainable offensive line, and pretty good defenses too. But we'll see on our defense. We have nothing to do but improve. Our offensive line has nothing to do but improve, especially on that right side. That's a problem. That right side's always been a problem for how many years now, dog? About three,
So,
4 years already
yeah.
since Gruden, right? Well, ever since we've had a big ass boy that we almost killed him. What was his name? That came
Who
from New England that stole money from us and left.
stole money from this?
The big old sucker, man. He was a big old sucker.
Oh, it's that bro.
Yeah. Ever since that was the first time our right side was sold up, as far as tackles are concerned.
Yeah.
So what's your hype? What's your hype about this game? You think I'm pretty sure we're all gonna say we're successful and we're gonna beat them. Do you think? I know you're feeling the same way. You're gonna be there, so you're gonna be rah these guys up.
Yeah, man. I just think just having being at home, I think it's gonna be more comfortable this week. I think the I think it is gonna be a little loud in there, but it's just not gonna be anything near to what they were in the first 2 weeks with the noise and all that shit. You know what I mean? Just a hostile crowd. I from what I understand, I think this it is gonna be large a large Steeler crowd. You know what I mean? There's going to be a lot of Steeler fans in the building, which I don't understand. It's our opener, but that's Vegas for you. You know what I mean? That everybody's going to sell to the highest bidder. But I just think getting comfortable and just and like these coaches have been saying it, and it's true. I mean, they they say the right thing during fucking practice week, but then they just go away from it in game time. It's just like yeah, we got to start off fast. And we started off fast last week, but it's just the letdown. The letdown it can't be like that, bro. You got to keep you got to keep the on the pedal, and you got to go out there, and it has to be more of a. I think my nephew was telling me, and sometimes it's kind of true that like Josh McDaniels has the tendencies to like come out quick out of the gate because he has a beautiful game plan for like the first 15, 20 game plan, first 20 plays of the game, that scripted plays. And then he kind of gets away from me. He kind of gets trying to get too cute with it, or he tries to, I don't know what it is, but he just needs to game plan I think he needs to game plan for a whole game, bro. Like it's just, I know he does, but it's just, he needs to be more prepared for when things come. Like he needs to have more like contingency plans, if you would.
Yeah.
So I just think that's a big.
Miguel is right, but the thing is, when you put a package together and you script the first 12 plays, you're gonna you're gonna try just about everything. Like all the formations that you see that you can win by, and all the plays you think you can win by, and whatever play's successful, you grab those plays and then you use that as your scheme. The plays that didn't work, you pretty much wash them out. So that's why there's 12 plays. It's enough for 2 series, and well, that's the way that like most of the places that I've coached that's what they do. They pick the plays that are successful. They say, well, that play's successful. We have 20 other ones that are like that, and then they'll go through that formation or do motion and just add little shit to it.
That's what I
But
need.
those
That's what.
plays those plays the defense adapts to, then you gotta just go out the gut that this will work, and this guy's in there. And then it's those first 12 plays are kind of like just winging it, kind of see what's gonna work, and then we're successful at those. And it, and, and then a lot of teams that are bad, they're good at the first series because those plays.
Yeah,
It's like playing like freestyle football out in the backyard. Just go here, and then if it works, then we're gonna keep that play. We're gonna run it again. But the other one you get smashed, we're not gonna do it. So
yeah. And sometimes,
that's the way.
what I feel is like sometimes when he comes back to that same play, the defense is
Mhm,
already kind of have it registered. You know what I mean? And they've already watched film
mhm.
on it all week. When he comes back to those plays, that's what I've been talking about all week, to where he needs to run disguises. Like, yeah, maybe run the same play, but on this play, maybe run the jet sweep motion. You know what I mean? Just run that motion, just to keep the defense kind of on their heels. You know what I mean? Like, do shit like that where you kind of disguise it. You're running maybe the same play, but you're disguising it a lot different. You know what I mean? You got playmakers. You know what I mean? To where they're gonna obviously demand attention. You know what I mean? When you're running a jet sweep motion with Trey Tucker, bro, like people already know about his speed. You know what I mean? Like he came out of the combine, one of the fastest guys in that shit. Like and even last week, that one run, they're gonna see that on film. That shit,
He is fast.
it's if you run that type of shit, you're gonna keep, one or two guys on their heels, on that side to where he's
Mhm.
motioning to. You know what I mean? So it's just those type of things we gotta work on. Just disguising shit better.
Yeah. And when have you seen that end around work besides that day?
Exactly.
You remember
Because
when
he's
that worked?
yeah,
Yeah.
because last
So.
the one time he ran it was with fucking DA.
Mhm.
Then he got fucking blown up in the backfield.
Michael Trujillo, thanks for being here, man. I appreciate it. Me again, appreciate it. Najee Harris, what's your views on him as far as us defending on him? You think we need a stack for him, or we got the? I'm pretty sure he's gonna do something to stack those holes, stack those blocks.
I think
Um,
that what will help there is gonna be, the Spillane familiarity with it. You know what I mean? I think he's gonna be able to cook a game plan, even cook a good game plan, even like help out with the game plan with Patrick Graham this week, with even being on the field, like the coach on the field this week, because he's
mm,
gonna he's gonna be able to point some stuff out. You know what I mean? Especially, that's a team that he's coming from, like basically the same offensive team that he's coming from last year. So, and he was a green dot guy, running the plays in the defense. When they have to go up against them in practice and shit like that. So he's seen plenty of these guys. So I think that's gonna help out, but that's also gonna help out because I think Spillane's gonna be. I think Spillane's gonna be keen in on stopping, that making the run game non-existent. Because
yeah,
you can't let a guy that's been struggling just kind of have a breakout game against you. If especially when you're the guy that has the experience against this team, Spillane, I think he can play that role this week too, where he can kind of nullify their run game, especially with Diablo playing better too. Now I think the linebackers will kind of make up for that in that case, where I think we kind of will stop the run game, but I think the unscripted plays are the ones that we kind of watch out for, where if Kenny Pickett kind of rolls out, and their unscripted plays where they're rolling out, because we have a tendency of always never keeping containment, and stuff like that. So those are the plays that worry me, on trying to keep Kenny Pickett inside the pocket, and not just not being able to do like more unscripted plays, bro, because
yeah,
those are even going to help out Najee, because he's going to be able to leak out, and you know what I mean, and just a little dump offs here and there, where I think you got to kind of nullify Najee to where you make them one dimensional, because they only have like basically Pickens, that's their offensive weapon. So I think if you could do that, and then bracket like a Pickens on the outside with Peters, and maybe like a Epps or a Morik. I think that we could have a good time. We could have a good defensive day against this team. You know what I mean? I think we can look more defensively like we did in game one in this game, just because I just don't think Kenny Pickett's at that level to where I think he makes still rookie mistakes. So I think that shit. I mean, I was saying that shit last week though too with him, but I think it's a totally different quarterback when you're talking about Josh Allen and Kenny Pickett. You know what I mean?
Totally
Especially
different, dude. Well, speaking of rookie mistakes, we have a special guest on the show. We're blessed to have him, man. But I'm starting to call him the wannabe shark trade rizzer in fantasy. So, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. The trade wizard, Auntie Six.
oh
What's up?
shit,
What's
What's
up,
up,
man?
Gabe? What's up, Gravy?
The guy who thinks, and I'll tell the audience this: the guy who thinks that DK Metcalf is way better than the Sun guy. I'll tell you
Bro, all I said, look, all I said is DK's the number one receiver, and St. Brown's is the line slot receiver. That's all I said. All right, that's all I said. But that's another story
right.
for another day. You know what I mean? I'm ready to
yeah,
talk
that's
some
another
real football.
discussion we got into. So what's
Yeah.
up, Auntie Six man? How you doing today, brother?
I'm pretty good, man. I'm just worried about this defense going into this theater game, to be honest with you, man. Especially how
Mhm.
we've been allowing the quarterbacks that we've been facing to complete like 80% of their passes, man. I'm just tired of us playing zone defense. I'm ready to play some press man coverage on these fucking receivers, man. So we can give that extra second or two for our pass rush to get there, man. Because at the end of the day, I'm just tired of this shit. It's the same story every fucking season with the same defense and shit. You know, don't get me wrong, we got some new players in here, but at the same time, we don't have everything that we need to get this defense going. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, you know what I mean? Having Tanner Jones not there is a big deal. You know what I mean? Imagine if he was actually there, being able to put some pass rush or something. You know what I mean? Or even there just to show Tyree Wilson some moves or something. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I believe we are going to win, but it's not going to be a blowout like some people are making it seem. I think it's going to be a real close game, which is probably going to come down to a field goal or last second.
Mm.
For sure.
Real blessed
I
on the first guy on my show, man. First time. I love his support. The 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 game promoter. He spits that fat game in the Raider play by play time. Blessed to have him on my show for first time. Raider Ben. What's up, Ben Third?
With my arms wide open under the moonlight. What's up, man?
Sitting on the couch, just
under
lounging with
the
all his
moonlight.
family photos in the back. There he
We
goes,
gonna have
man.
more, dog, and we all gonna be in the same building.
There he goes, man.
It's gonna be cool, man.
How you doing, Ben? What's up?
I'm all right, man. I did my little pick show earlier, man, but I'm doing all right. I
Yeah,
got
Yeah.
we're gonna
fucking,
get into that in a little bit.
I got to fucking clean my fucking oven, dog. I fucking spilled some fucking oil in my oven.
Oh shit.
My shit's smoking, so I gotta. I was like,
How
fuck it,
you
I'll
do
come up
that?
here. So I had a skillet in the oven, and I didn't know it had oil in it. Cause sometimes, like when I cook and I have hot ass oil, I'll just shove it in the oven when I'm done cooking, so it doesn't. My kids don't burn themselves. So I fucking pulled it out, bro, and I didn't know it had oil in it, and it spilled into the bottom. So I got to get all that oil out, bro, because my whole oven is just fucking smoking, bro.
Oh, your house is gonna blow up, whatever.
Oh, the smoking cherries gonna go off.
That whole oven gonna be gone.
Smoke detector been going off, man. That's why I got to clean it. I got like fucking 4 bags of wings. I'm trying to throw in that fucking oven, dude, but I can't with that bitch fucking like that. I got to clean it out.
Good man. So
No,
what,
good with
Ben?
y'all.
I haven't seen. I'm at work when you came on. I only get at you on Friday and Saturdays. I'm in your chat a lot, but since I got you here, man, we've been discussing this Pittsburgh game. This game that's coming up. Pretty much told that Buffalo game to fuck off, and now we're getting to a new trend. What you see happening on this game, man? What you looking forward to some to some positive juju that we can put a mojo into this team to have them focused. But really, what I want
So,
to hear, what really want to, what did you hear? What I had asked Gabe was our defensive coordinator saying it's taking these guys a couple of games to adapt and all that shit and that BS. Did you see that interview that he had?
nah, I didn't.
Oh, you gotta check it out. Well, basically, he's condoning that these guys ain't got it right together. It's gonna
Yeah,
take them a couple of
Well,
games.
from what I'm hearing through some rumblings right now is that fucking Patrick Graham is on a very short leash right now.
Hmm.
Um, that apparently it's kind of weird, right? Because I heard somebody talking about it this morning. Uh, how you gonna how you gonna wait until you play a Pittsburgh offense to say that your defense is on a short rope? Like this offense isn't really nothing to really shake a stick at. I mean,
Yeah,
our defense ain't nothing to shake a stick at, but their offense sucks, dude. Um, there if Minka don't play and he did not practice today, if Minka don't play, bro, like,
that's
and
a
from
big
what
loss.
I'm hearing is we should be getting Jacoby Myers back. Like
Yeah, he was limited in practice.
yeah, so if we get him back and we're much back at full strength, the Steelers are gonna be in for a long game, dude. I think this is gonna be the game where the NFL is like, okay, well that Buffalo Bills game's probably a fluke. You know what I'm saying? If you look at the history of the Raiders, bro, we own the Steelers, bro, especially when they come to our home. We owned them in Oakland, which obviously it was in Oakland. We're not in Oakland anymore, but anytime they would come to the West Coast, bro, we would own them. And it wasn't just with Derek. I think Derek lost to them, if I'm not mistaken. But every quarterback we've ever had has lost to those motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Or has beaten the Steelers. So um their defense is missing Cameron Hayward. If they're missing Minka, that's big trouble. I mean, if you go back and look at last year when we played the Steelers, dude, Cameron Hayward was a big reason why they won that game.
yeah.
Like he absolutely dominated Dylan Parham the entire game.
Yeah,
Um,
you're right.
so
There's a
them
top
not
guy that can
having
do that too, because he's borderline. He's an all pro.
he's a Hall of
Damn,
He's
Famer,
legit.
dog. When it's all said and done, Cameron Hayward's gonna be a Hall of Fame player, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
they
I
I
had
is.
a
was
lot.
gonna
guarantee
say
you
that.
that.
They had
So
He's a top guy.
Larry Ogunjobi, Marcus Golden, Minka Fitzpatrick, KZ, Patrick Peterson, Darnell Washington,
God
Isaacs,
damn.
all did not participate in practice
Yeah,
today.
that's not
damn.
good
Peterson
because
plays for the Pittsburgh Steelers now.
yeah, Patrick Peterson plays for the Steelers now. Yep. That's the DeMonte Casey though. That's huge, bro. Because if they lose Minka and DeMonte Casey, bro, that's both of their starting safeties. Because DeMonte Casey's their strong safety, their starter. So if they don't have DeMonte Casey or fucking, I mean, a lot of these guys I think will probably end up playing. But if those
Yeah,
two safeties don't play, and I mean, I don't give a fuck about Patrick Peterson, dog. He's like 35 fucking years old, bro. He's not fucking with us anymore. Their
He's going on 20
secondary
years
is
in the
gonna,
league or something.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
going
I
on
mean,
20 years in the league.
yeah, and I'm not worried about old buddy who had that good game last game for the Steelers. The dude who had the interception or whatever fumble return for a touchdown. I'm not worried about him, bro. That that had a lot to do with the pressure that T.J. Watt was able to put on Deshaun Watson. Our offensive line right now, in terms of pass blocking, we're really good at that, bro. Our run blocking is where we're suspect. It's just Jimmy Garoppolo's got to be able to get the ball out, dude. I mean, in my opinion, his number one target is Jacoby Myers. That's his guy, bro. Like that's where he wants to go with the ball. Once we get him back, and then once he gets more of a chemistry with Devontae, I think we're going to be all right. But at the same time, we're not going to consistently win football games. I've said this. I've been saying this since last year when the Raiders weren't utilizing Darren Waller and Hunter Renfro. If we do not find a way to utilize the middle of the field, bro, we're not going to win very many football games, dude. We got to utilize every single blade of grass on every single football team because we have the talent to do it. We have receivers who can tack the outside. We have a running back. We have the tight ends and the slot wide receiver that can go across the middle, but for whatever reason, the Raiders aren't using them. Um, I don't know. I don't want to get too ahead of myself, but I think the odds are stacked against the Steelers, man. The Raiders are coming home. I think we're gonna be all right, bro. It's prime time. I mean, if you want to keep it a beanter, bro. I mean, the Steelers probably struggle against the Browns if Nick Chubb don't damn near break his leg.
Exactly.
So
I was just about ready to say that.
yeah, so fuck the Steelers, man. I
Yeah.
can't wait for Saturday night because I know a few Steeler fans, bro, and I'm gonna smash they bitch ass on Saturday night. Fuck the Steelers.
Oh, yeah, I know one you always have over there that throws that little cum rag at right,
Yeah,
every time he comes out there. That's what I call them little yellow things, of cum rag. Yeah, I told Gabe to get one and with the shit paper.
I want to make some bets, dude. I don't know. I don't know if I want to take a week off because them 28 eggs on my head, bro. Them bitches feel nice.
You got a knot? You ever see the knot on your head? You still got it?
I don't
They put
know.
a knot on your head?
No, I scratched the
No.
hella scratches, though, bro, all over my head.
You fucking dead.
Bro, that those terrible towers are toilet paper.
Yeah. I mean, I just
Gabe's
feel
gonna
like
be.
I feel like the Raiders are in really good shape, dude. It's a prime time game in Vegas. In my opinion, this is the kind of game that Raider fans are gonna want to show up to, bro. Like, because it's not like we're 0-2. We lost to the Bills. I mean, if the Raiders win this game and they get themselves a 2-1, we're going to South Oakland to play the Chargers. So the Raiders are going to be in good shape, dude.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But I don't know, man. We can't let Steeler fans take over our stadium, dude. If there's no home field advantage for the Raiders on Sunday night, that might be an issue for us, dude.
Yes.
It already is, but first
Exactly.
game, first game, you know, I wish it would have been on a better note, but they gotta get over that game if you live there and just bang out, just fuck them Steelers.
That Buffalo Bills film just needs to go in the garbage, dog. Like, just
Yeah.
Horrible.
you know what I mean? Like,
Watch
there's
the
not
watch the like
the
watch
only,
kind of the
in my
mistakes.
opinion, the
That's it.
only good thing out of that entire game that I saw was Trey Tucker's explosiveness, dog.
Mhm.
Trey Tucker's got to get on the field more.
And
He's a
just
weapon.
a little bit more chemistry. Just gaining a little bit more chemistry between him and Da.
Yeah,
A little, just a
it
little
just
bit more. I mean,
sucks
that's
because
gonna take time.
we're not going to be able to utilize his full skill set in terms of a wide receiver because Jimmy Garoppolo don't have the arm to throw it deep, dude. I mean, that was a pass interference that they picked up, dude. I mean, Trey Tucker had a whole yard ahead of that dude, bro. If Jimmy Garoppolo throws it in front of Trey Tucker, dude, that's probably a touchdown.
Yeah.
But he just don't have the arm, and that's the reason why it was a clear pass interference. I don't know why they didn't call it, because the ball was so underthrown that Trey Tucker had to come back to the football and fight through contact. Like, that's pass interference, dude. It was insane, bro. But the
I
NFL's
didn't see
not
that
about
DB
the
turn
Bills.
around at all, bro.
Yeah, the DB didn't turn around at all. And like I said, man, the NFL, dude, Josh Allen's one of the NFL darlings. They're not going to let them start 0-2. It was their home opener, and I hate to say it, bro, but this is about entertainment, dog, and they're not going to let the Bills win like that, dog. I mean,
Well, they
Bills
chill.
lose
And let
like
the
that.
Raiders be entertaining sometimes too, but we weren't entertaining if we would have. We, it wasn't an entertaining game for us.
I don't know. I just feel like I hate to say this, bro, because it sounds so fucked up, but like I feel like until the Davis family gets out of the Raiders organization, bro, like our team is just gonna be that scripted team that's just a win every single week for every single team. Dude. It sucks to
Mhm.
say that, but this is entertainment, bro, and the Raiders have every single reason to the NFL to not like them, dude. I mean, so it is what it is, man. But against all odds, I've always rocked with, bro. Like,
We got the best fans in the world, bro, and
Some.
we just got listened to. You know what I mean? And if we just showed up and represented the team, because I know how Vegas, the atmosphere of Vegas is so
There's, hey, because
crazy.
there's some pussy motherfuckers in our fan base though too, dog.
Mhm.
We can't front either. There's
no,
some pussy
say
motherfuckers,
that,
dog.
dog. Most of them are Las Vegas Raider fans.
You go from the soil from Oakland to LA back to Oakland and over here it's way different.
Yeah,
Whole different vibe, different barbecues, different drink, different weed,
Yeah.
different coke, everything. Man, everything's different. Everything's high class now. You
and
know what I
there's
mean?
so many distractions in Vegas. There's so many
Yeah.
things to distract you, bro. Against That's the main reason why. Like, I love the stadium in Vegas. But like I don't get into the whole vibe of Vegas, dude. I'm there to watch a football game. But there's so many distractions, bro, from food, you feel me, to drink, to gambling, to partying. It's just so much shit going on, dude.
That's why
I have a hard time, dude, being there for 2 days, bro. I could just imagine being an NFL athlete and being like, oh, well, I can't go out tonight and I got to do this, that, third. Like, there's Las Vegas. Las Vegas is not a city for an NFL team, bro. Maybe a basketball team, like
I
a
can
women's
see that.
basketball team, like they got, but not a football team, dude. Like that's not a good city to be in, dude, at all. But whatever, it is what it is. The Chargers should have went to Vegas, and I hate to say this, bro, but like I'd rather the Raiders share a stadium with the Rams in LA than the fucking Chargers, bro, and we be stuck in Vegas in Vegas where there's no Raider fans. Like,
yeah, brother.
Well, check
If they
this
were in
out.
if they were in LA, like they would literally it would just
Hold on.
be it would kind of be known as almost Raiders, even though they own the stadium, like the
it
Rams
would be
owner.
the Raider Stadium, dog, if they were in LA, regardless of how if it was the Stan Kroenke Stadium or not, bro. That would be the Raider Stadium because
It'd be Raiders,
Raider
because
fans
it's like
at those games. You see a
yeah,
Rams game in Los Angeles, bro, against a historic franchise like the Raiders or the Niners or the Steelers or the Cowboys, they get their fucking stadium taken the fuck over, bro.
especially
That
the
would
Chargers.
never happen as Raider if that was the Raider Stadium. If
Chargers
we
need
I'm gonna
brought
bring my.
off,
I got another guest out here, guys. Hold your thoughts for a quick minute. This guy don't need really an introduction. He spits out good game about the Raiders
no, fuck
also.
that. If I need an introduction, this cocksucker needs one too. Whoever the fuck
Who?
that is.
Uh, he
I
he's
love
a
you,
he's an
whoever that
awesome guy. He's an
is.
awesome guy. I know it's probably late in the evening or morning for him, but the man from down under, my
and
homeboy Albuquerque.
Off a
Still a
coffee.
cocksucker, Banther. Don't do me like
Who
that.
you think it
Come
was?
on,
Who you
fuck
think it
you.
was, bro? You calling people
Nah, you good.
I
motherfuckers.
love you, Afakasi. You
like
know, if
this
I
in the
don't
ocean
bag
right
you,
now.
dog, I don't like you, bro. You
It's
know,
like that. Eh? Nah, you good, man.
I
All
don't want
love,
to
man.
fight
Correct.
Afakasi, dog. I've seen Afakasi's videos, dog. He'll probably hit me with a one leg kick knockout, boy. You seen this motherfucker, bro, in his bag? He be kicking the fuck out that bag, bro. Like, yeah, you was savage.
Hey, filters is a beautiful thing, my friend.
Yeah, I see you. I see you, though, Afakasi. Hopefully, you're doing
Afghani,
well,
I
boy.
thought you're supposed to be in the ocean right now, man.
Yeah,
Oh
you're
yeah,
supposed
well,
to be
I'm
swimming
waiting
right
for
now,
my swimwear to
motherfucker.
get delivered, and then I'll be swimming,
All
and
right.
hopefully I'll make it across the ocean in time. Like I said, if I don't get eaten by sharks or I don't die from starvation. So yeah. Anyways, what's cracking, gang? Good to see you all.
Nothing.
How you
Bro.
doing, man?
You
Thanks for
gotta pull
coming
your
on, or like always, bro. You always should come on this show, man. You
You
know
got to
your
get
game
your
is hype.
best fucking Titanic fucking act on, dog, and grab onto a piece of styrofoam, bro, and go all the way to the States, dog, with a piece
Yeah,
of
for sure.
styrofoam.
I'll need a shark cage as well, because you
Shark
better believe those sharks are close, like literally, like I get shark sirens all the time close to where I live. So yeah.
Really?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah. Well,
Well, I
Yeah,
did. I
yeah.
never.
I live near the
I didn't. I didn't
Australia's like
really
one of
see. Go ahead, Gabe.
Australia's just like known for like one of the most populated for like sharks, look at the warm ocean and stuff like that. So yeah, they're like right off the of the reef too. No, like they're like right off of there too.
And they're the ones from Jaws, the great whites.
What
Yeah.
up? Were in my opinion, bro, where they should have moved the Raiders to, dog, is they should have moved the Raiders to Sacramento, bro.
oh no.
Yeah, because if they moved the Raiders to Sacramento, bro, we would have a home field advantage because look how bad the Kings are, dude, and they just constantly sell out, bro. Constantly.
Yeah, man. The Kings are dope, man. That's the only time
I know
I'm,
you're
I'm
a
cool with.
Kings fan. I know
That's
you're a
the only
Kings
time I'm cool with A-Bomb, bro. The Kings play, because I know he's a
Do you,
Kings fan too.
fan.
We're gonna
do you have
shock
a
the world
football
this
stadium
year,
there?
bro. They know Lakers fan got shit on us this year.
I don't think so. They would have to build one there too.
I feel like if the Raiders moved even to like the top of Mount Shasta, like in the ice cold, fucking freezing, snowy weather, they would get more of a home field advantage than a Legion, bro.
I'll go see him. I'll go see him.
Yeah, there's
Allegiant
sucks
too
to say
many.
that, and you won't know unless you've been to Allegiant, bro. Like there's no home field advantage for the Raiders no more. That shit is dead.
Yeah, with all the PCL holders and all that shit, like they like a lot of companies own them, so they're just selling them to like the highest bidders, and they're just like selling them to whoever like coming into town. They're
Check
comping
that
them.
out.
Some
Look at that.
companies are comping comping like their high roller tickets. They're not even Raider fans. They're not even no fans of the NFL. They're just gonna go watch a game. Like it's just
Right.
like too much of that shit happening.
The problem with it being a tourist attraction.
Yeah.
Listen, bro, like I said last year on my live stream, dog, look, on my white skin, bro, me and my girl was walking the strip after the Raiders lost to the Niners last year. And there was a couple that had a Raiders jumpsuit on, and they had the little koozies that you get from the stadium, the ones that say Raider Nation that you can put on the tall cans.
Yeah.
And, I told my girls, like, fuck, we should have brought our koozies or whatever. And the fucking the couple that was in the fucking Raiders fucking clothes, dog, they said they were Packer fans.
Oh my god.
On my listen, bro, look, on my white skin, bro.
Yeah, I believe you, man.
They said they were Packer fans. They came to Vegas for the weekend, and they're huge fans of Devontae Adams, so they were Raider fans that weekend. So how many Niner fans you think that were at that game that were the same way, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. Fuck. There's no home field advantage, dog, and that proved it right there. First, I wish I would have got that on camera, dude, but my girl can always vouch, bro. When we walked away, I was like, look, that's what Vegas brings. You know what I'm saying? You got Green Bay Packer fans in Vegas that are wanting to be Raider fans because they're just here and they got money to blow. And they were rooting for Devontae. So I'm sure there was a lot of Niners there.
Every
I
game
just
that
remember
Hey,
seeing so much
what
red
was
on the
your,
screen last year. It made me want to puke.
Yeah.
It was disgusting.
what was
last
your
weekend.
in 2 minutes, in a minute and a half, what was your take on the Buffalo game?
Me? Did you ask me?
Yeah,
I
because
was terrible.
I haven't talked to you,
Terrible.
seen you. So what? Give me a couple of things that you thought about it when you watched.
Terrible across the board. I mean, offense, we were efficient on the first drive, and then we just flatlined. Defense was on the field for way too long, and we were getting steamrolled in that department. Our weaknesses on the defensive line once again showed its ugly head. Offensive line, like the pass protection is okay, but the run blocking, and I've highlighted it a few times on a few lives, that was some of the worst run blocking I've ever seen as a Raider fan. I mean, Josh Jacobs hasn't been good enough. I'm not giving him a pass either, but at the same time, you know, he's running up to an offensive line where it's not even a contest. If it was a contest and he's not making yardage, I would give him less of a pass. But the fact that he's running, he's literally getting handed the ball, and there's already 1-2 guys in his face, like every time. If it's not in the interior, it's a defensive end. If it's not a defensive end, it's the interior. Sometimes it's both. But there was just 1-2 guys in the backfield every single time, and that's got to be better. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
Jimmy G got to take some shots, man. You know, we got to take advantage of that. These teams in the last 2 weeks have been loading the box, daring him to throw. Benther, you were just talking about that deep pass to Trey Tucker. I saw the same thing. If Garoppolo got that on the money, he should have had Tucker in stride. But Tucker had to stop and make that a contested catch. Got 1 foot in bounds. Should have been a PI, but it wasn't. You know what I mean? But it goes to show about like the critics for Jimmy G not being able to throw the deep ball as well as what would be ideal. You know what I mean? Those critics are only going to get louder as the weeks go on if that doesn't get better. Long story short, wasn't good enough. On to the next one. We need to get better.
But if he would have got the PI, would we be talking about Jimmy?
But after one game, you see how loud those critics got and shit. You can imagine if that shit keeps going on for 1 or 2 more games, that shit's gonna be loud as fuck. You ain't gonna be able to shut that noise off.
They play in Vegas, bro. Like, I hate to say it, but I think the Vegas media is probably about to be as critical as like the New York media, bro. If we don't start winning games, dog.
To be honest, I still would have the same opinion, even if the PI was called. That throw was way underthrown. If he'd have thrown it on the money, he should have had him in stride. Tucker had him beat.
Yeah. Just
what makes me nervous is the fact that Jacoby Myers coming back. Like, I love Jacoby after what I've seen from him, but they can't deactivate Trey Tucker again because last time week 1 we played, they completely deactivated Trey Tucker, dude. That speed aspect is something that the Raiders don't have. They got to keep him activated, bro.
The other thing I just want to quickly touch up on as well is Jimmy G's got to look at his other guys. I mean, Devontae's going to do Devontae things, but you know what I mean? There's times when he was throwing to him in triple coverage where that safety took off his head, nearly took off his friggin' head. You know what I mean? Like I saw multiple occasions. I said before the game, I want to see Hunter Renfrow get more involved. I saw multiple occasions on zig routes, on dig routes where Hunter Renfrow was getting wide open and he didn't even get looked at. You know what I mean? Like I'd like to see him getting more involved in more targets. I mean, one catch in 2 weeks on one target. That's not good enough. And our tight end room as well. I mean, how many targets have they got?
No, you got a good
You
point.
know, I think what McDaniels looks at is that he wants Garoppolo to throw it. He wants him to throw it quicker, and then when the time you see Renfro open, he's not open, but when the ball's launched already to DA, that's his main two go-to guy. That's all we had, and then it looks like he's wide open. But he has a habit, and you know this, that he improvises his routes a lot. He doesn't know that Earnhardt Perkins route tree. It's a whole different route tree than what it is regular in NFL. And he has to. He's still doing this jitter jatter stuff, and that takes time. Timing is very important for that offense to work.
I get that, Grady, but I did see one dig route in particular where there was a short route. I believe he threw to Devontae, who was open, made the catch, but I did notice Hunter Renfrow ran up the field, came across to the middle, and he was wide open early, and he didn't even get looked at. It was just straight to Devontae for a short gain.
Yeah.
So yeah,
He probably trusts Devontae more. You know, quarterbacks do that. If you trust the guy that's going to catch it, he's going to throw it to you. So that's why you see.
Renfrow does have reliable hands. You know, like he's not a scrub.
I agree with you, but as far I don't like talking bad about Renfrow because I know he's a damn good football player. Is that for the offense that we have, he's not the Wes Welker, the other guys, Ambignola. He's not like that type guy. That the guy that does the route that McDaniels has you do. He improvises. He does ballerina steps, and it takes time, and he's not open when Garoppolo needs to get rid of the ball because he don't want you holding the ball for 3 seconds. He wants it out to something. So it has to be fast. He's not doing no 5-yard drops, dude. He's not going to be DC back there doing 5-yard drops.
I still stand by
he
what
gets
I said.
rid of it. That's why he doesn't get sacked. That's why he hasn't got sacked because he gets rid of it quickly. And that's what you do. He avoids a negative play. He'd rather take an incompletion than a sack. And that's the way some of it was successful for him for years with one of the best quarterbacks ever, to throw the ball, but we ain't got him. He's in our ownership booth.
But just to that, like you were talking about, like how in the previous regime he was in, Amendola and Wes Walker was successful in that regime. Mm-hmm. You know, I get it. Renfrow does run these China routes and improvises a lot, but like some of the routes, I saw him run. He was running just a standard route. Like I just highlighted that dig route. I saw him run standard route. He was wide open, didn't even get looked at. You know what I mean? And if those guys can be successful, a slot wide receiver, good slot wide receivers can be successful in this scheme, then why I don't see any reason why Renfrow
we'll
can't.
Never know. Maybe he has a great game this week. Maybe
I hope to see that.
He implants. Maybe he implants Renfrow. I'm surprised we don't see him on a third down. He has that name for it, 30 Renfrow. That's gone.
Well, his new nickname is third and not even looked at. Not even getting looked at.
Shut up. Or inactive. But for me, now that Jacoby's back, because Jacoby can play slot, and we got Carter, we got Wilkerson, we got those other guys on the other side, and then because I seen Wilkerson, he played a lot because that was because Jacoby was out, but he never got the ball thrown to him.
I think he only got one target.
Yeah, he was just all DA. He was just, and that's bad when you got to do that in an offense, especially in the NFL, because they focus on DA. And then we blame he's throwing it to triple covers, but that's the guy he trusts.
Right.
So
It was
anybody
still a
else,
very dangerous throw. You were asking for trouble. Devontae's the best wide receiver in the game, but like he's got
Mhm.
two cornerbacks right on him, and then he's got a safety coming right for his head, and
Mhm.
just about gave him a concussion. You know what I mean? Like I know
that
he's
was a
Devontae,
dirty
he's
hit.
going to do Devontae things, but that's still dangerous. You know, so
That was
surely
a dirty
if there's three guys in that area, there's got to be someone else wide open, right?
Yeah.
Surely.
Yeah, that was to me that was a dirty hit. He did throw it into some coverage, but then the replay right after it hit Devontae's fingertips, and he probably seen that safety coming right for his head. And he just said, "Oh," like that, try to maneuver himself. You know, I didn't think that his hit was worse than Jacoby because Jacoby looked out on the ground. He was gone on the ground.
Right.
That DA, but they're gonna take precaution with him. He is they want him in the long term, but I think he's ready to go. He's a tough dude, but you never know about them headshots. Man. You never know about those.
Has he been practicing this week?
No, he did. He was limited. Was he limited or out today, Gabe?
Sleeping? You're sleeping, Gabe?
Probably
I
he's
don't
looking at
know.
fantasy, trying to trade you. He's trying to trade you anti six.
Okay, my bad. I'm looking at him.
Gabe trying to trade anti six. You ain't got enough for anti six.
Hey, you better not try to trade me Zamir, Sincere, the end is near.
Amir.
That's what you give for a starting wide receiver. You give all your bench players for a starting wide receiver.
Hey, Gravy. On Six has got Sincere's jersey on. He's another lover.
Yeah. Signed.
The next Bo Jackson.
That's what they said, right?
That's what somebody said. That's what somebody said. That's a master's degree and runs $1 million corporation, and was being Nostradamus during the Bills game, calling out the place before it happened. So I don't know, but that's what they say.
Who was doing that? Gabe had
Check
a play that play.
Hey, check the group chat. No, you see that?
Who's Nostradamus on the crew?
Fucking Dustin, stupid ass over there from the Death Star report, fucking moron.
Oh, okay, Dustin.
Yeah, that was a fucking moron, dog.
I would just. I got a plenty arguments with Dustin before. He's a good guy though. But I'm always down to argue about football.
No,
If you can get a chance
But
to
hey,
speak.
yeah. Well, no, with him now. You gotta slow up, bro. You know, but he has a good show. You know, it's informative at times. But he's good. But the main thing about this show, we got AR again on our last one. You feel comfortable making some picks for the NFL week? How about you, Auntie? I want to get your view on it.
Yeah, I got time. I'm still ready for a bit.
Maybe on Six. Like I said, my knowledge when it comes to these other teams are very limited. I don't watch football outside of Raider football.
Yeah,
So,
man, I know you're.
I mean, I might
Raiders,
take. I'll take my leave now if you want to talk.
Hey, I'm not kicking you out. I'm not kicking you out. You know, we discussed a little bit more for like 5 minutes, 15 minutes, but me and Gabe are into this pick'em. That's probably what he's doing now. He's trying to get more money than me right now. See, I can't concentrate like he is. Mr. Co-host, let me look at my computer, man. Let me look and see.
What is the first game this weekend, though? What's Thursday night football?
We have a Giants 49. What for our game, for the Raider game?
No. I was just talking because you were asking to pick to pick them, right? And I was just talking about
them. Yeah, we picked the games this week.
Okay, so who's Thursday night football? I mean, I can give you a quick one.
Yeah, well, the Niners. Who we got? Niners, Giants Thursday.
Niners
tomorrow.
Niners.
You take the 10.
As much as that pains me to say that, I know the Giants had a really poor showing week 1. Did they lose again week 2?
No, they came back and won to beat Arizona, but it's Arizona and they're tanking for the number 1 pick. So
right, and Niners are 2-0. Are they?
Yeah.
Yeah, Niners. Short and sweet.
Yeah,
What
I'm
you
just.
got, Gabe? Pick the Niners. I think you're muted.
I think you muted,
Great
dog.
pick,
Oh no, Saquon Barkley. I got the Niners for sure.
That's right.
Yeah, I don't trust
I'll be
Danny.
honest with you.
He never throws no dimes. He just throws them dimes at the defense. Pick
Would
sixes.
you take him with 10.5 points?
Hell yeah! At least a one or two pick
The
sixes.
Niners plus 10.
10.5.
Well, hell, Buffalo did it. What was it, 9.5? For that.
Yeah, I think the
At
Niners.
least we're up on the odds. I mean, it's 1.5 for the Raiders.
Oh, yeah, it's close. The
So we'll get
Raiders
to
that
that game.
2.5. But yeah, I think they cover too though. Anyway, I think Niners and they cover. I think the Giants are gonna struggle this week. No run game. They're gonna struggle.
For reals.
Is Waller out?
Maybe too, because he's battling
About
his
that
still his
time.
hamstring. He's still
Right.
battling his the same hamstring. I guess it's lingering. I guess so. They were
Yeah.
saying that it's still because if he
3
has nerve.
years already, dude. For 3 years, he's had this fucked up hamstring.
So I'm pretty
I-
sure that
How did-
the Raiders use something because he has nerve damage in that leg, I guess, in that hamstring. So that's what's causing the reoccurrence and reoccurrence. So I just don't think he's gonna get better.
I hate to ask, since we're talking about the Niners and the Giants, how's old mate Clee doing with the Niners? I heard he's doing pretty good.
I don't know. Fucking, I haven't seen them.
I haven't really seen like their games. I know that as a whole their defense has played pretty good, and I just knew he was gonna play better over there too because he basically doesn't have to carry as much of a load over there. Doesn't have as much
Right.
pressure over there, and he just has an all-star off defensive line around him. Man, they just signed the $100 million guy, Javon Hargraves from the Eagles. They still got DeForest Buckner. They're stacked on the defensive line.
Loaded for days. But if he is doing well, it's just another player that we let go, and then once he goes to another team, just magically figures it out, right?
I think they're using key. I think they're using Clee. What we did, what he signed for us for, is that he stopped the run. Cleveland Farrell was a great run stopper, and that's what they probably needed, and that's why he went there. He's stopping the run over there.
Yeah, he's pretty good. I think he's doing all right. You know, the one that I've seen that actually is doing pretty good, did pretty good in the first game, is Arden Key.
Ugh.
Almost there, Key.
Arden almost Key. Right.
I think he had like 2 sacks in the first game, dog. Like two or three sacks against Carr in the first game.
Wow. Where was that when you were a Raider, right?
Exactly.
Fucking
What
John
you got
Gruden.
to say, huh?
Of Mac and fucking Key going after the quarterback for years to come. Yeah, that'll work out.
Yeah, right.
Now all of a sudden they want to be getting sacks and shit.
Yep. That's crazy, dog. Yeah, I was watching that game, the first game of the season. I was watching that show, like, damn, fucking Arden Key, what the hell? They kept calling his name. If it wasn't a sack, he was in there. He was in there on the tackle.
Are they playing him at? Were they playing him at linebacker though? Because I know that's what they were doing in like Jacksonville and that.
They're standing him up a little bit more, but he's still playing like that end role type, kind of hybrid type role. And hybrid, he's mostly rushing, but he does, he will drop off time to time and look like he's playing the linebacking role. But it's
because I remember
mostly,
when he was a Raider, like I thought we played him out of position quite a few times. I saw him a lot in that NASCAR formation on the inside as a defensive tackle, and it's like he's way too undersized to be doing anything at that spot. And he, you know what I mean? Like I don't know, man. But just another guy who just magically figures it out.
AR, they fluctuate his weight so much. Dude. They mess with him. So Gruden messed with him so much, bro. Gain weight, lose weight. You're a linebacker. Now you're a tackle. They're doing all kinds. They were doing all kinds. I would have got out of there too. These guys don't know what to do.
I don't know about Shelby, but I know Mo Hurst looked good in Cleveland on Monday too.
Oh God. Shelby and Mo Hurst is balling out too. Yeah, okay.
I know Mo Hurst. I didn't see a lot of Shelby, but I see Mo Hurst. He was putting in work with. He was getting in back there with Myles Garrett and shit. So like, he was putting in work on Monday.
What's next? PJ Hall is balling out too.
No, the guy that we just
Leatherwood come out the All Pro tackle this year. Coming.
Not even fucking Jihad Ward's gonna come out of nowhere to watch.
Well, that's funny you say that. He's actually doing okay as a Raven. Go figure.
Abrams comes back and has a miraculous All Pro year. All Pro.
No, but the one that still gets me to this day is Keyshawn Nixon, dog. We had him, and then he leaves and goes becomes an All-Pro kick returner for the fucking Packers. Like, what the fuck was that with the Raiders, dog?
And we didn't even try him. We didn't even try him at a position of need. He goes to another team. Hallelujah. He just turns out to be not just a Pro Bowler, an All-Pro.
Russell Douglas, too. We had him in our preseason. Let him go in our last cut.
That's going to be depressed on this show, man. It's going to be the depression show right here.
You know, he didn't make the last cuts, got signed, and then made the Pro Bowl.
Where can we get our version of that, dog? Can we just get some of the ball off for us that we find? You know, come on, man. God damn.
Well, Spillane is doing better than what I expected so far. Spillane's been a bright spot.
Diablo's actually surprising me too. I didn't think he was going to end up getting it. For some reason, I just didn't think he was going to get it because the 2 first years, he just looked like he was kind of out of position. You know what I mean? And I don't know. He looks a lot different though this year, and he looks like he's kind of getting that linebacking role. You know what I mean? He's kind of getting it. So I like it, and also I think what helps him is that linebacking position is kind of getting more hybrid anyway. You know what I mean? It's kind of getting to that position, so it's kind of it's catching up to him. So now he's like, it's kind of working in his favor a little bit, and he's getting better.
His coverage has definitely taken a big step up. I noticed a lot in that first game against Broncos. I didn't notice it too much in the last game, but I didn't notice him getting beaten badly the way he was in his first 2 seasons. I mean, I would go as far as to say he was one of, if not the worst coverage linebacker on our roster these last 2 years, and that's something that he's been able to step up and be the guy. So Diablo's been a pleasant surprise, and who would have thought the linebacker core would be the area of strength this far?
It's our best part, I think, of our defense. This is the best part of our defense right now.
Right. I thought they were one of the weak spots as well as interior. Interior is still the weak spot, but linebacker has been a pleasant surprise with those two.
I like Spillane, man. I kind of been saying it all year too. Like, I like Spillane when we signed him. He's just a guy like that. I think that he has that a football mentality. You know what I mean? That's what I see with him. Like, even though he might not be like the most talented, not be the biggest or fastest, but he has a football mentality to me like that. And I just think that and him coming in here, being a leader right away, I think he's gonna play a big role in this game just because he was a play caller in that defense. He was the play caller last year in that defense. You know what I mean? So he's real familiar. So I think he's gonna be a big part of the game plan. I think he's gonna sit in with fucking Patrick Graham this week. You know what I mean? They're gonna pick his brain for sure. You know what I mean?
Does he have the green dot, Spillane?
Yeah. No, he had the green dot.
Because I thought they said it was going to be Diablo, but it seems to be like, from what I've seen, it's Spillane.
Yeah, it's Spillane. Because he ended up being the captain, so they gave it to him. Because I think, but Diablo, I think it's better for Diablo. He doesn't not so much responsibility. Let him just play. You know what I mean? Let him not worry about that shit. Let a guy who's already done it and kind of comfortable with it. I think he kind of plays comfortable in it. So let Spillane do that. You know what I mean? He plays in the middle anyway. That's traditionally that guy's role anyway.
Yeah. Now, they've both been a pleasant surprise, and I hope to see that be the consistent trend moving forward because it's been too long since we could say that the linebacker core is an area of strength. And, those two guys are definitely proven their ways. So it's good to see.
Yes. And the only thing is that the only downfall is fucking Masterson, man. He was non-existent last week. I didn't see him.
He had like only a couple of snaps. It's been predominantly Diablo and Spillane just about taking every snap. I mean, Masterson's only been like a rotational guy for like I'd be interested to see a snap count. Like he's more of a special teams guy as it stands, but that's okay because Diablo and Spillane they're mostly playing nickel sets with Hobbs being that nickel cornerback / box guy. You know what I mean? And
That's why he's getting so
I
many
don't think
tackles.
there's a necessity for Masterson unless they're just giving a guy a breather. You know what I mean? So yeah.
I got
want to
another
see.
guest. I got another guest coming up. Excuse me, guys. Very surprised on Monday that I heard the stuff I heard from this man. I was very surprised, and I like to, what made him get so that way? Because he's given this team a chance, but it's games away, just not this quickly. And that's my boy, Dirty Raiders.
What up, man? How y'all
What's up,
doing?
Dirty man? How you doing, man?
Go on, man.
Shit, I'm good. Thanks for having me, Greg. You appreciate you, Gabe, my
Hey,
guy. You good?
first of all, bro, I was saying I was very surprised on your Monday show.
Were you?
That I wasn't surprised as far as the feeling, but the saying part, that was, I don't. Did you really mean that, or did you were you that frustrated the day after?
Oh no, I'm not calling for anybody to be benched, bro. I'm not. But are they the same? Yes, I meant that.
Mhm.
Until I see different, bro, I see the same shit I saw last year from the quarterback, bro. Show me different. Show me something different.
Mhm.
Show me something different. He's making the same mistakes our last quarterback made. Show me something different. He's throwing the same stupid ass interceptions. Show me something different. He's taking forever to let go of the ball. Show me something different. He won't go through progressions. Show me something different.
Brandon Romero, what's up, bro? J Dog, what's up?
Is that not everything you guys complained about for the last quarterback? That's everything that was complained about the last quarterback, right?
Yes, sir.
Same shit.
I'm right there with you when it comes to progressions. I already highlighted, like, you know, with Renfro and even our tight ends not even getting looked at. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mhm.
He doesn't move his he doesn't look he's so laser focused on doing what McDaniels tells him to do. He doesn't see anybody else, bro. He doesn't want to
That's
look for
that's
anybody else. Bro, you haven't been sacked yet. Nigga, take the fucking chance and look around.
I believe in that. I believe in that. But that's the way they run that, Dirty. And then that's what people, if you're not, I say this a little bit, and I'm sure you know that if we could say that, quit listening to McDaniels, but that's what he instills in that offense. You know, he knows who's going to be open, when they're going to be open, and what routes are getting run and what routes are going to be open, and who's just decoying it and bringing the corners back or out of the way. And
So
if
that so
Garoppolo
that
can
so
see
that route to
he
DA on the
can't.
post where it got thrown into triple coverage, that was supposed to be open, right?
Yeah.
That's what McDaniel saw. That was supposed to be
Surely
Was
there's
open.
got to be someone else
no,
open if there's three
that
guys
wasn't
there,
a
right?
good throw. That wasn't a good throw.
I'm just saying, if McDaniels knows everything and who's supposed to be open, why the fuck aren't we at 100% for passing and scoring touchdowns? Because he doesn't fucking know. He's guesstimating. He's not even estimating. He's guesstimating. He's taking a wild stab in the dark that hopefully this shit works out. Well, no, if it ain't working, nigga, do something different.
I think he got a little bit one dimensional on that game because the running game was not successful.
At
But
all.
I'm pretty much
Not successful was an
we're pretty
understatement.
much. It was just weird that for you to say that so early when you gave
It
him
was
like 7 games.
I gave the
You
coaching
gave the
staff
coach 7
7 games.
games. You gave the coach 7 games, but
I didn't get the
if
players shit. I gave the coaches 7 games.
I get,
Players don't get they don't get no leeway with me. Hold on.
What is that? Like a truck or something?
no, it's
Always him.
it Yeah, I just don't. Yeah, for sure that Jimmy played like shit this last weekend, dog, for sure.
We
The
all did, Gabe. They all did.
Yeah, I'll say that's what I was about to say too. Like the whole organization as a whole was fucking shit on Sunday, dog. Like that shit was just horrible. That's just fucking all the way around, dog. The way we started, what I mean, to come out of the gates like that, and then just to like lay an egg after that, like it's just like that was such a letdown, bro. It's like a fucking roller coaster. You got fucking was like just boom and just drop down. But it was just it was bad, dog. And then just the fucking little bullshit plays that those need to, like, I know that they're inches away from maybe being big plays or whatever, but those plays you need to perfect, dog, because those are the type of plays that those opportunities, what I mean, because you do kind of struggle with the deep ball and stuff like that. Those are the type of plays that you can't let shit happen like that. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, the defender did barely get his hands on it, and you know what I mean. Abdullah was open for on that interception. You know what I mean? Like the defender made a good play, got his hands up, but you got to be more safer with the ball. You got to be able to anticipate that, throw it a little bit with a little bit more touch, a little bit over the defender or something now, because those it's just gonna be, you kind of be with Jimmy's skill set. You kind of got to be almost perfect on those type of plays, because those are supposed to be your bread and butter, like the play action, the screen plays, like all of that shit, the underneath routes, like all of that shit. You're supposed to be like, that's what you're supposed to be, excelling at. So we gotta be better on those for sure, bro. Like, and I mean, on the deep balls, I mean, I just think I don't even know why he taking a chance like that. I think it's maybe a desperate time. At that point, which he put Da in a vulnerable kind of like spot. So I just think you got to be smarter, bro. Smarter all the way around. Go watch some film. I mean, watch it. Learn from it, and then just forget about it. We got to forget about this game, put it behind us, and let's put some better fucking film on the field this week, man. That's it. We got to be more. We got to be more efficient. Got to be more efficient and more opportunistic on the defensive side, because all these fucking turnovers that are getting nullified by penalties, that shit has to stop, man. Like that shit. I understand that we always get the fucking bad end of the stick with the refs and all that shit, but we got to be more disciplined for sure, man. We discipline and just be and keep it up.
Make a goddamn tackle. Shit. Can we do that? Can we make a fucking tackle on time? Not 12 yards down the fucking field.
Yeah.
Can we please make a tackle at the point of contact? Like, what the fuck, bro? This shit is ridiculous. Spillane is in the backfield, 3 yards lost, turns into a 15-yard fucking game. That's an 18-yard run.
Yeah, I saw that. That was a golden opportunity to make a stop, and the missed tackle ended up going for what? Like, what? How many yards did you say it was, Dirty?
15-yard run. And in turn, that turns into an 18-yard scamper, because you made point of contact 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage. So now it turns into a fucking 18-yard run.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, Spillane missed the tackle, but surely there should have been someone there to take advantage of that. Someone else to be that second line of defense. You know what I mean? Like, clean it up. If he's making the missed tackle, at least he's slowing him down. Like, surely someone from the interior could have got there, but no, they didn't.
No pressure.
Nobody.
John Raider, what's up, man? Raider Romero, what's up?
Yeah, but if he makes that fucking tackle, it doesn't matter where the next line of defense is.
Well, I'm saying, like, because he would have slowed him down. Surely, like, one of the interior guys should have been there to at least, like,
I feel you. I feel you, AR, but I don't need him. I don't need him to slow him down. I need him to fucking take him down.
No, I'm right there with you, Dirty. I'm right there with you. He should have made that tackle. He didn't. But I'm saying, like, because he caused him to slow down from that missed tackle, surely there should have been somebody else there.
Should have been.
Yeah,
but there wasn't.
Should have. Every game there should be every play they should be rallying to the ball, dog. Like every play, like that shit should not be allowed. Like a guy should be able to slow it down, and then that should even give you guys time to be able to get there. But they're just so like non-existent in the middle, like getting pressure up the middle, that they can slow down, get their feet on, from under them and shit like that, gain their balance, and just You know, find the hole still. And that's what's like disheartening about it, dog. Like, because I mean, fuck, bro. Like, you're making contact in the backfield. Fuck, for sure. That shit. You got to make that tackle, but the defensive line needs to be cleaning that shit up. You know what I mean? Like, it
Look
should
what
be
happened
the
with
other.
Jacobs.
It
Look what
kind
happened
of
with
should be
Jacobs.
the
It
other
was
way
like if
around
one
where,
guy wasn't making the tackle, there was another guy there to clean him up.
yeah,
It
and it
should
should be
be
the other
there.
way
It
around
should
where
be
the
running
defensive
up,
line
or
should
at
be
least
slowing
running
them
over
down.
there.
The defensive line should be slowing them down, and then the linebacker should be coming in and cleaning up. But instead, the defensive line is just so like non-existent right now that
Non-existent.
you gotta kind of hope that these linebackers make the play, or like single-handedly sometimes, because everybody has a hat on it and everybody's getting blocked. And I've seen the fucking play where they're getting hand the ball off, dog, like literally a simple handoff, and by the time anybody even gets close to him, they're 3 yards. The whole defensive line is 3 yards down the field. The offensive line has them pushed 3 yards down the field.
It's like the
Like,
180 opposite of what our O line was doing to their D line.
that shit was
Complete
horrible.
opposite.
And it was the same
That
thing
shit-
both ways. Their guys were ahead of our guys, pushing them.
Right.
Van
Yeah,
Ruten was getting fucking boo bap, bro. Van Ruten got boo bap that whole fucking game from the first snap to the last.
First snap, he got dog walked right into the handoff transition between Jimmy G and Jacobs. That was embarrassing,
bro.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's opposite on the on the defensive side. Their offensive line is pushing us 3 yards back, and then on their side, their defensive line is pushing our offensive line back when we're trying to run the ball 3 yards back. So it's like, fuck, man. Like,
180
exactly.
opposite.
We cannot win a game like that.
Today I listened to Lincoln Kennedy, and he said, and the question was asked to him, why did that happen to Van Ruten? And he said that you rarely, and I understood what he meant, that you rarely see guards in a 2-point position stance, and they're always in a 3-point stance. But our guards are playing 2-point. So, and he's a big guy already. He's 6'6", 6'5", something like that. And those defensive linemen are got their hands down and they're already lower than you. And then that's why they get the leverage to push you back like that. So right off the bat, they should have just seen that would happen. Well, that's coaching. Because if they tell Van Ruten to do that, that's what he's gonna do. He could go to the sideline and grab about it, but
See, here's my thing, bro. You should be strong enough to at least move these motherfuckers out the way or hold them up or something, bro. They're literally picking you up and transplanting.
It's not even a contest.
There's no chance. There's no chance of you doing it.
Yeah, like, I don't understand how Bars was able to do that on most occasions.
Right.
But they
Bars
kept
smaller.
him.
He's smaller than Van Ruten.
But they
Bars,
kept him
for all
over
his flaws, I never saw him getting dog walked like that. You know what I mean?
Like, not like
You
that.
never saw Bars. Bars was a strong dude. I've always said, why was Bars not picked up? Why did we get rid of Bars?
I thought I was on my own little lonely island with my support of
at
Bars.
least
Third
guy, at least something, practice squad, something. Because
Bro, they need to bring him back.
He's still out
his
there.
ass now.
He's still like waiting for that call, and they still haven't made that fucking call, which is, I don't understand why.
They made a call to his ass after they
You gotta give Mute a chance. Look there,
man. You know, he went in this room and packed his bags after that game. He was like, man, they gotta be calling me after this shit. They gotta be calling me, bro. I just watched this bullshit. You gotta be calling. We don't even call, bro. We don't even call. We don't even bring him in.
He has
as much as people didn't like Bars, I did.
I
did too.
I would love to try what I was trying to say yesterday, bro. I would love to try to put Illuminor in the guard, because that's where he's versatile. He could play that, and just move Mumford into the tackle position already.
Oh, I would say just put Mumford at right. Right, and then put Mute on guard. I want to see Mute out there, dude. I really do.
Anybody but Van Ruten at this point, please.
Illuminor won't do.
Did you see the grade he got dirty. You got 48.9 run blocking grade. That's the lowest grade I've ever seen in my life.
If I
Our
was
whole
Yeah,
interior were getting grades like that. It wasn't just him. Our whole
yeah.
interior has
if
a
I
good
was
interior.
Running, pass
if I
blocking, we
was
were
Josh
all at the
Jacobs, I'd be
70s.
telling him, hey,
Yeah,
can you guys
run
call
blocking. Yeah,
Mars?
we're talking about run blocking.
I was
Run
But
watching
blocking.
last night when y'all was doing the breakdown, and y'all was fairly close. You know, a 49 is a fucking horrific game, bro. It's
oh yeah,
not a bad game. It's not a terrible game. That is a fucking horrific fucking
it's an F.
game. That means you did nothing. You did
Was
It's an
nada,
F.
huh? It's
It's an
below an
F.
F. It's beyond. It's below an F.
Yeah, that's what I'm
That's
saying.
just
But
an
it's an F.
I for incomplete. You get an I for incomplete, and everybody knows there's nothing. There's nothing worse than getting an I on your shit, bro.
dirty. I said before, I have in my time as a Raider fan, going back 13 seasons, I have never seen run blocking that bad. That was
Never,
to me
dog.
the worst run blocking I have
Bro,
ever seen.
I'll tell you this, Alpacasi, for as long as I've been watching football, I've never seen a game where the run blocking was that bad for nobody's team.
This way.
For
You're
no,
right.
I've never seen a game where the leading rusher of last year and the basically almost the same offensive line was held to my negative yards. Never. Never
That's
seen
why I haven't gotten on Josh Jacobs as much as what a lot of people have been. I mean, he hasn't been good enough, but like if he was running into a contest and he wasn't making yards, yeah, I would get on him more. But the fact that the run blocking was that bad,
I think it's both. It has to do with both though, a little bit of both though too, because the run blocking is horrific. But I just think it's also a big part has to do with him not being ready either. You know what I mean? Like him coming in so late in camp, and it's just like the both of them mixed together is why it's this bad. You know what I mean? I still think like if he
look,
would have been, I still think if he would have been in camp all camp, he still would have probably looked bad, but he would have been getting, he wouldn't have got minus yards. He probably
I
would have
he
blame,
had
doesn't
like
get a total
I
pass from
blame
me.
some of
Yeah, he
this
doesn't get
shit.
a total pass.
Some of this shit you gotta blame on. You gotta blame on the fucking quarterback and the coach, man. Not fucking audibling out of some of these fucking runs when they stacking the goddamn box. Switch to something else. You see they getting ready to blitz the fuck out of you. Like I said, I watched Josh Jacobs get a handoff and tackled at the same goddamn time. How does
Right.
that
yeah.
happen?
I don't like the arm tackling being able to bring him down this year, bro. That's not looking good either. You know, like he shouldn't be able to be brought down with arm tackles either.
He's
And
not
I've seen
ready.
that a
He's
couple
not
of times
ready.
already.
Right.
He's
By no
down
means
it.
is he getting a total pass from me, Gabe. Like he needs to be better, but like for me, I haven't got on him as much as what I have the offensive
sure.
line for the
For
reasons
sure.
I've highlighted.
Yeah, no. I just
You know,
think
the
that it's
offensive line did not help
both
him.
of them. Both of them like combined is what is making it look this fucking bad, because this is like a historically bad dog. Like he was the leading rusher last year. You know what I mean? It's like this is historically type bad, bro. So it's like that's why I'm saying like it's for both. It has to do with both, but the offensive line looked horrible run blocking. It's the run blocking has just looked atrocious actually. Dog,
Atrocious.
but
I'm not
and
gonna forget that.
just
I'm not
and
gonna
Josh
forget
Jacobs
that.
has looked bad. So atrocious and bad, you know what I mean? It's just like cause for disaster. You know what I mean? It's just like you ain't gonna do shit.
But you can see what at least at the very least, when Jacobs is given the ball in space in the pass game, he's able to make plays. You know what I mean? Like whereas he's getting no space in the due to the poor
He's
performance of
not.
the
He's
offensive
not. He
line.
doesn't have the shifty. Like yeah, he would do that by the line of scrimmage if he was sold up. That he'll do that little spin move
Yeah, that little like
or something
you
like
know,
that.
just that I don't
Something
know what it
shifty.
is.
He doesn't have that. He doesn't have that right
He's
now.
never had that. He's more of a he'll run you over, stiff arm
Yeah,
kind of guy.
he didn't have a chance to deliver any punishment, but
But even like last year when
he's that.
you would get guys in his lap, you know what I mean, in the backfield, and he would make like a little like a little handsy type move, or like you know what I mean, and just like kind of like bounce off him a little bit, or use his stiff arm, and like it was like he would still make shit happen where you would think like, damn, he's bottled up, and no matter what, he was still making yards. You know what I mean? It's just I think it has like that's why I'm saying like it's for sure. The offensive line is not as it's not what it was doing last year, the run blocking, and then he's not doing what he was doing last year. So it's looking bad right now. And then
at least make it a contest on the at the line, on the
yeah,
offensive line, like not just like there's players already in the backfield just right on the handoff or after the handoff. You know what I mean? Like there's 1-2 guys already there. It's like there's nobody blocking them. You know what I mean?
you got to run the ball too, like with different guys. I think you got to mix it up right now. I think right now because they're like all defenses are kind of like zoning in on Jacobs. Kind of use him something else. Sometimes I like his pass catching. Try to use him almost like like flank him out and run the ball with somebody else. Have like a 2-back set where something. That's why I'm saying like you got to be more creative back there, dog. Like I just think that the defense try to kind of keep them on their fucking heels, like what I was talking earlier. Run a lot of that motion with Trey Tucker. You're gonna keep those corners on their heels, bro, because they're not gonna want to get fucking just ran by. You know what I mean? So I just think that they need to start using a lot of that shit, dog. And I think that we could be better than just help. That will help out fucking Jimmy G, bro, because he won't have so much pressure on having to fucking like last week with a non-existent running game, and then his struggles on top of that. Like it's like, damn, there's no way we're gonna pull out a win. That's why we look that bad.
Jimmy's not a 40 time passing guy. You don't want Jimmy throwing 40, 42 times a game. Something bad's gonna happen in between there.
Yeah, I also don't want him throwing double the interceptions every game either. You threw one in the first one, you came out threw 2 in the second one. The fuck, you gonna come out and throw 4, then 8, then 16? Like what the fuck? Stop throwing goddamn interceptions.
How many did he throw last week? Was it 2 or just
he threw 1 in week 1? He threw 2 this week. That's double. If you go by the law of the average, that means you're gonna throw 4 this week and 8 the following.
Yeah, it's not good.
Don't speak it into existence, Dirty.
Let's not say that, Dirty. Let's not say that.
Your ratio's gonna be 1-to-1, dog. Like for a quarterback to win in this league, you can't be 1-to-1. You can't have 3 touchdowns and 3 interceptions. There's no way. Like that. You need to be like, if you're gonna have 3 interceptions, you better have like 6. You better double that shit. You better have 6 touchdowns. But it's just like because those numbers are just not gonna do it. And
I just want to be in a positive and a turnover. I don't give a fuck where it comes from. I just want to be in a positive for once.
Have we even got one yet? I don't think we've got one yet.
No.
We had one.
We could have had 2. We could have had 2, but they were neglected by penalties.
We got a turnover on downs, but that's it.
Right, but like a turnover, like a fumble recovery, or we haven't got an INT. We had a fumble recovery.
And Teamer, my boy Teamer, got a pick.
Oh, that's right. Yes, he did. Teamer. I remember. That was like when the game was already put away, though, right?
And fucking Epps
it was winning the third quarter.
It was
still pretty much game over by that time. But look, Teamer, he made the play. I'm a Teamer supporter too, Gravy.
Yeah,
Epps caused a fumble. And put in Teamer.
Epps caused a fumble in the first game, and then it was nullified by Peters as like illegal contact. That I don't know how the fuck they called it when the quarterback was already out of the pocket running. Right. So that was just a fucking bullshit call. But that was another one that fucking didn't get that turnover because Diablo had recovered that shit, and he fucking we had it in there. We would have had it in their side of the field. Instead, they came down and kicked the field goal.
Right.
Or scored a touchdown, I think, on that drive.
What I wanted to do, the Buffalo game against them, they did to us. They kept possession of the ball. They had the ball the whole third quarter. We had 1 possession in the third quarter. That's possession, and the possession time, the time of possession. If you look at the stats, was way.
They put that like 40 minutes, no?
40 minutes to 20 or something.
40 minutes to like 20. That was fucking crazy, dog. Like that was like, wow.
You have the ball for 40 minutes. You're scoring, and then you'll most likely 99% of the time win the game. With 2 picks, that usually happens. You're not on the good side of that. Ja has a question for us.
Yeah, I read that
question
shit right
to
now.
the panel. Do we lose to the Steelers because the defense do Mark Davis lead the fire Patrick Graham Monday morning would y'all be satisfied with 3-4 defense coach that to come here?
Bro, if we
I
look
mean,
that if we look that bad, like we looked last week, to this offense, shit, I'm gonna be in fucking Vegas on Monday. I'll fucking be outside the fucking headquarters with a fucking picket sign. I'll start a fucking protest to get that motherfucker fired off.
bro,
We'll
if
fucking
it's that bad, I
Lynch
think the
mob out.
here
Oh,
is
shit,
already on the coaching staff that we're replacing with, and that's Rob Bryan. I'll put Rob
Fuck
Bryan as the coordinator. Bring him back. He's the fucking senior defensive advisor right now. Bring him back as the defensive coordinator. We had great defenses under Ryan back in the days and shit, man. I'll bring him and I'll put him for the rest of the season and see what he can do, man. He can't do any worse than fucking Graham done so far.
I'll be in that Monday, dog. We'll be out there with fucking
Bucky, let him-
signs. Fire him!
I've heard Ryan mic'd up. Have you ever heard him mic'd up?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like beep 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 and beep 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 beep. That's the way
Him.
this
They
guy
should
ain't
go out
even talking.
They should go out and get Rex because I think he would go to be a Raiders fucking defensive coordinator just because what the shit with Denver because he wanted to be the Denver. He wanted to be the Denver
He's the
defensive
coordinator.
coordinator. He said he would have Denver as the #1 defense right now if he was a defensive coordinator. He's all, you don't know what the hell the defensive coordinator in Denver is doing. He's like,
We
shit.
got
I
Rob. We
would,
got Rob right there. We got Rob right there.
I already got Rob there. I wouldn't mind fucking Rex coming in and teaching defense. If
I like
we look
Rex.
that bad,
Let Rob do it. Let Rob do it. Rob is
Yeah.
the shit.
Rob the
Hey,
shit.
look. Look. Hey, don't forget. Don't forget what our defense looked like last time Rob Ryan was in charge.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Imagine having both of them
For
on the
those of
staff.
us who don't know, Dirty, because I don't. That was before my time. What did we look like?
Oh, we had the #1 defense in the NFL.
Was that around that
he was a part of it.
2007-6 period? When was that?
That was, oh God, I want to say late 90s.
Okay, all right. So
Late
it's gone.
90s.
Okay.
I think if we could have
Rob
both
Ryan
of them,
was the defensive coordinator
I
when
think Rob don't
Early
wanna coach.
2000s, late 90s, early 2000s.
Was that when
Yeah.
Stu was playing?
Yeah, he's stupid
Yeah.
under.
So
Yeah,
I think that
Stu
would
was
have been
the
2006.
yeah,
His-
right. Yeah, in that era, right in that era.
Okay.
I don't think Rob wants to coach again, though. I think he wants to be like an advisor type guy. I think if he would, and he could put in a good word though to like, hey, bring in my brother.
Hey,
For
I'm
real.
gonna tell you like they did in the water wheel. Well, wake her ass up. We got a game to win. All right.
Now, does he have a relationship with these guys? I'm sure he's cool with Belichick, but is he cool with McDaniels? And you know,
Who? Rex?
that's the thing. You
That's a good
you
point.
gotta be cool with each other. You
he has
can't
a
be like
brother on
the dad punching the offensive coordinator out and shit like that. You can't
But
do
his
that.
brother's there at the end of the day. I mean, if his brother's
Yeah.
cool, then surely, that would be enough to nullify any bad blood.
True.
Rob Ryan and Rex Ryan.
Their
That shit would
dad-
be a fucking ass,
Their
dog.
dad
The-
just basically beat up the offensive coordinator for the Chicago Bears.
their
Just
dad
let
was a fucking-
Rob do it for the rest of the season, man. You know what I mean? We can figure out a defensive coordinator next year. Just let Rob take over responsibilities for the rest of the year. We figure out a defensive coordinator next year, man. When we got time.
My
He's
take
the
on that
court shit.
question before
I just would
I
love-
could get going, like I'm willing to still give him a chance, but at the same time, if what we saw last week is going to be the consistent rather than what we saw in the first week, then yeah, Patrick Graham's head is on the chopping block. He got to bounce.
I'm upset, AR, because he just let his defense get picked the fuck apart and didn't make any changes. You just let it go.
I'm
It's
upset too.
it's like it's like it's like a guy who goes to jail. He doesn't even put up a fight. He just lets him take it.
No, and then
He don't even put up a fight. He just let him take it.
I'm upset
Touch.
too, Dirty. Like, I mean, how many times have I said, like, remember going as far back as when we signed this guy? How many people were coming out and making out that this guy's supposed to be the Messiah, the savior of our defense? Hallelujah. And he hasn't proven shit to me yet. You know what I mean?
Hold on, Pencil.
So I'm right there with you, bro. But look, I got to get going. Thanks for having me on, Gravy, Gabe,
Alright.
on 6, Dirty. Good to see you, and everyone in the chat.
Always
You guys have
a
a
pleasure.
good evening, and hopefully the next time we see each other, it'll be after a good
Every
comeback
Wednesday,
game
man.
and a Raider
Anytime you
victory.
feel
Right?
free, bro.
Yes, sir.
Anytime you feel free. You
For sure.
join my show anytime you want, bro.
Have a
Nice
good
one,
one,
man.
Abe.
All right, take care again. All right, for sure. Peace.
And then his explanation for it, his explanation of he wants to get these guys, kind of, they're not, what was he saying, Gravy? That they weren't ready. Like, I guess that he's trying to get the first 4 games or something like that. What was he saying?
Yeah,
What did he say?
it takes a couple of games to adapt to my system. And
Like, the thing is that what
they got a
players,
gel.
the players that he brought in that are new have looked like the best ones out there, like in Epps and Spillane and stuff like that. So who are you talking about? The guys that have already been in your defense for a whole year?
Basically.
Because Nate Hobbs is not looking good, Morg's not looking good. Max has been undisciplined in this defense. Well, Tyree's new. Those are the guys that, okay, maybe those are the guys that you are probably are the only guys you should be talking about. So you should pinpoint them out, like the rookies, like Bennett and him, because everybody else should be familiar with this defense. Nate Hobbs, Amik, everybody, like all of those guys should be familiar with this defense. So I just his excuses are fucking like wild to me, dog. Like, no, dog, you should have had your defense ready. Not it takes a couple of games to get my defense. Like, what the fuck?
Especially
I had a player in high school, bro. I was coaching defensive backs. I had a player in high school, bro. This nigga could not play zone to save his life, bro. He couldn't play zone. He just couldn't. No matter how we tried to teach it to him, he just could not play zone. But man, could he play man to man, bro? Like, he could run with anybody's wide receiver. He just could not play zone. Like, he always was like just maybe out of position here, out of position there, maybe not in the right spot, didn't get the right read. So we had to make an adjustment because they was eating us up. So everybody else on the field, you play zone, motherfucker, you play man all fucking day. Whoever you line up with, that's who you with. He go, you go. Everybody else, y'all play zone. This how we gonna play zone. Like, make a fucking change, bro. Figure out how your players fit the system, because all your players ain't gonna fit how you game plan. You might have to coach around them. That's what coaching is about. Being able to make adjustments and figure out how to make it fucking work. You can't figure out how to make it work. What is your point of being in the NFL? Go back to another fucking level. Go back to high school. Go back to college and figure it out.
Because that's a big excuse, dog. Because, like, how do you go in there and say some shit like that? Like, you have a whole camp, you have a whole preseason, but you're talking about it takes a couple of games to get my shit. That means you're not a fucking good teacher, because you should have them prepared for the season. And a lot of these guys were on this team last year.
No, and then the worst part about it, Gabe, that no one even said anything. He supposedly simplified the system and shit, right?
Horrible.
The system, right, so we can play faster.
And what it is, it's a bunch of building excuses for himself. So if the defense looks bad again this week, it's because we're a game away, we're a game or two away. No, fuck that.
Problem is, you in over your head. You're afraid to admit it.
Yeah.
You like to be in the booth.
You're in over your head.
He said he likes to be in the booth drinking a Coke. Now, fuck that. How about you be in the fucking booth and actually?
That's the same interview.
Drawing up a game
That's
plan.
The same interview right there, bro.
Look, why do you want to be in the booth so your players can't tell you you're fucking up to your face? That's why you're in the booth. That is why you're all the way up at the top. So your players can't walk to the sideline and tell you you're fucking up to your face. You're running. You're in over your head. There's no shame in saying, hey, you tried, it didn't work. Take a step back. Figure it out. Josh McDaniels did it. His first time head coaching, it didn't fucking work out. He went back He gained a little knowledge. He went to make an attempt at head coach. He felt like he wasn't ready. He was back to being an OC. Now last year he gets the job as an OC, as a head coach. It wasn't a hot season, but one of the things that I am seeing him do is actually make adjustments. Defensive side of the ball, they're not making adjustments. The quarterback needs to go through his progressions. The play calling, I don't have a problem with. I like the play calling that we put up this week. It was actually a really good play call. It just didn't have any success. And a lot of that had to do with the O line's blocking and the fucking quarterback's timing in his decisions and who it is he wants to throw to and not throw to. I mean, are you mad that Hunter took the last shrimp or something, so you didn't want to throw him the ball because you didn't get the last piece of shrimp?
I don't understand.
Huh? Is that what you're mad about? Like, fuck, you threw him one fucking pass. One fucking target all fucking night, and he was open like at least 5-6 times, and you didn't even look his way.
The good thing is that it's looking good to get Jacoby this week. And I mean, that's a good target for him.
He's gonna have another option, and then maybe that'll open it up for if Renfro's in there. Maybe them tight ends in the middle of the field.
He was limited in practice today, so it's Wednesday, so he just needs to get in one full practice by Friday, and you're good. I mean, everybody think the only other guy was
No, it's a good sign when he's out there. You know what I mean? Because he's cleared to be on the field.
Yeah,
you know, so that's a good thing. You know, he's cleared to be on the field, so he's on the upside of playing. That's a good thing.
Jacorian Bennett was limited. Diablo was limited. Marcus Epps limited. Jacoby Myers limited. Bilal Nichols
wasn't it a walkthrough today as well, though?
Yeah, and then Chris Smith and Tyree Wilson didn't participate with illness. So I guess they have like a cold or something.
Yeah, today was only a walkthrough anyway. So, you know, even on the limited capacity, everybody was technically limited because we didn't do any contact. We just kind of had a walkthrough.
I think Thursday's
a hit though. Thursday hit the game plan day. Friday is game plan day.
Yeah, because
Saturday
for the
travel.
Fuckers didn't participate at all. They weren't even limited. They just didn't participate. They had like one.
You probably won't see. They'll probably just keep them running around a little bit, and then
that was a physical game though on Monday, dog. So
yeah.
A lot of these guys are going to be banged up this game either way. You know what I mean? Going to play out there, they're going to be playing banged up.
They got to win.
Sunday night should be a really good game. I just hope I'm home in time to watch it.
They're under a lot of pressure.
I'll be out there on Sunday. We're gonna be tailgating, and then we're gonna go fuck it.
What you doing Friday night, man?
We're getting there late. We're gonna get there. No, not late. We're leaving at 2:30. So we're gonna leave. I'm hoping
we should be there like 7.
We should be there like 7, 8. Check into the fucking wherever we're at, and then we're gonna go out to. We're gonna go out to see some. It's my brother's bachelor party. Dog. It's gonna be his bachelor party. So shit, I just hit me up. Dog. We'll be out there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna be out with my brother and his bachelor party too. That's the reason I'm up there as well. I told you my club brother getting married.
Yeah,
so
I'll be on shrooms, dog. I would be fucking shroomed out. I would be fucked up, dog. So.
You see Gabe over there walking by himself with his boxers on, barefooted, chest naked.
Like this,
Raiders, you know what I mean?
Remember that dude from Jackass that fucking would be like in a
fucking... His name's Gabe now.
Hey guys, I'm get out of here now. I gotta get ready for work tomorrow. Gravy, Gabe, dirty good seeing you guys.
Go to work then, man. Mike,
it's the longest time you've been on the show, man. Except for Black Saturday. I appreciate it. Keep it up. Keep doing this for me. I might trade with you, bro.
All right. We'll see you now. I'll see you.
All right, my God.
To the picks. No, we're gonna get to the picks, because we already.
Yeah, we got dirty here with the picks. Football knowledge.
Hey, Gravy, real quick. Did Low talk to you about golf?
He did. And it's iffy. It's iffy for me, but I gotta be there. I gotta be their backup, man. I can't let Low beat you like that. You know what I mean? He said he wants. I gotta be a witness of me.
Hey, beat who?
Low,
beat me?
Low, Hey, low on the unders, bro.
Hey, okay.
Scratch, bro. He scratched golfing.
I got you. I got you. Hey, look, I got a messed up knee, but I'm gonna play anyway.
But
I mean,
he should be home. Probably just
I'm gonna
watching that.
play. I'm gonna play in my knee brace, and I'm gonna talk to Low, but I'm gonna see about streaming it live, bro. We
Streaming
can
it
do a morning show the
with
day before, live
the
from the
GoPro.
golf course. We talk football and play golf.
And you know what we call low now, bro? You know what his new nickname is?
I'll go just to fucking film you guys, dog. Cause I don't play. I'll just go like, and I'll hold the camera down. You know what I mean? I'll
Shit,
be in
you
the
wanna
camera.
ride? You wanna ride out with me Friday?
When? Oh, you guys are talking about
It's
in
after
LA, right?
After LA,
Fresno.
the week after.
He's coming to Fresno on the 7th.
Oh, you going to France? No.
Yeah, I'm
He
going to
wants to play
Fresno.
golf.
I got a motorcycle event, but I'm gonna go stay with Low. I'm gonna leave Friday, go stay with Low, and then me and Low gonna get up in the morning and go play golf Saturday before I
I
go to
might get.
Miami.
I still don't know because I might get hooked up. I still haven't said shit, but like uh one of uh one of the homies, he fucking said that he's gonna probably get some tickets because his dad is like a big Green Bay fan, right? So he's gonna get some tickets. So he might want to. I might be able to go to that Green Bay Raider game that weekend.
Oh, you going three games in a row, huh?
Maybe.
This dude ain't
That's
gonna have
the
no voice. He's gonna have no voice. He's gonna be on here talking like he's muted.
Man,
Sunday night. And
come film the golf turn. Come film the golf round, man. Come talk some football.
Hey,
gonna fucking
I'll go to tape that. But you gotta
That's Green
watch
Bay.
out for low, man. He can bing
He's
that
good.
ball, man. That's a heavyweight right there, bro. He can still swing it.
Yeah, I'm leaving
Hey,
early Friday. I'm gonna leave Friday afternoon.
pause. He said you can still
Golf
swing
clubs. Golf clubs.
it. Stop.
But next time
All
you
right,
see
let's
him, call him, hey Frost, what's up?
fucking
Hey Frost. Hey,
Cause
last
what,
night
like
game.
that's like a 4 hour drive, right? It's like a 4 hour
Yeah,
drive.
good 4 hours.
Yeah.
Damn.
All right.
Okay.
No problem.
You should hit Bakersfield around 2 hours and just clean all the way through.
I usually do
Once you hit
Bakersfield in about an hour and a half.
Yeah.
you get there about 3.5 minutes.
If I leave my house at 2, no, if I leave my house, I have to
That's
leave
enough time.
before traffic.
Yeah.
But usually going back towards LA is not no traffic. But when you try to get off like the 210 over towards the Magic Mountain area, there's a little trafficy in there, so I have to leave a little earlier. I'll probably leave around 12, and then
What they
I know he said he wouldn't be home till like 6 maybe. You know what I
Well,
mean?
that's Valencia.
So I'll
Magic
be out
Mountain's in
there probably
Valencia.
about 4 o'clock, something like that. Drive around a little bit.
4 or 5. Yeah. You going to a clubhouse?
I don't have all the details
Or
just yet.
club?
I'll have them in a minute though.
'Cause them
right.
guys might take you out, bro.
And we all picked the Niners Giant
Who you
Giant
got
game,
on
right?
Niners? Who you got on Niners Giants? Look, he said Niners.
Oh, I
Look
got
up Niners
9.
real quick.
Yeah, I got the
Niners
9.
and covering 10.5. I got them covering.
Yeah, that's
Niners
not
gonna
even.
start.
I don't think that's even a contest. No Saquon.
Yeah, that's gonna be bad.
Yeah, man. They already look bad.
The Niners are gonna want to beat them like the Cowboys beat them because they're gonna want to make a statement like that. It's gonna look ugly. I think it's gonna be look ugly. That game's gonna look ugly. I'll take that game in a lock. If anybody out there, you know what I mean, price picks, anything like that,
That's a
you might want to
crack pipe lock right there for you.
lock of the week. Shit. Then we go to fucking New England versus the Jets, and right now, fucking New England's a 2.5 point favorite
At the Jets, huh?
at Jets, and New England's favored by 2.5. Shit.
I don't
I'm
think
going.
Wilson can hang with that defense, bro. I think they're gonna.
I
Belichick
think.
finds his ways. I
I
can't
think
say that I trust Belichick,
it's gonna be a
but I
tough
do
game. But
trust him to sew you up. I'll take
Yeah,
New
I think
England.
they're going to shut down the run game. They're gonna make fucking Zach Wilson try to beat him because that's what
Mhm.
Bill Belichick does. And I think it's gonna be a rough day for fucking Zach. I think New England wins that game.
New England and the Jets, dirty.
I'm gonna take the Jets.
Wow.
That whole
I'm gonna take the Jets.
I'm surprised it's only 2.5.
I'm gonna have to take the Jets. I just think I have a little bit more confidence in the Jets than I do in New England. Even though the Jets, have their little quarterback issue or whatever, they still
To
got a
do
good
what?
defense.
To
You know
do
what I mean?
what?
Huh?
To do what? To win the division or
No, no,
playoffs
no,
or
no, no. Just to
just this
win this
game?
game.
Oh,
Yeah, just to win this game.
it's
Um,
Miami.
yeah, that's
Miami.
Miami's division all day. Uh,
Bills might have something to say about it, but they have to play like they played last week.
yeah, so I mean, I think that's Miami's division. Um, yeah, no, I even with the quarterback situation, they still have a good defense. Yeah, I have to go with the Jets.
Okay.
The ETS Jets.
I just think, yeah. All right. Well, Gravy,
I
you
took
took
New
the
England.
England. Okay. So now this
I
is
don't
a
have no
pick'em game.
confidence in Wilson.
This is a pick'em game right here. It's straight pick'em. They're even. Chargers against the Vikings at Vikings.
I'm gonna have to take the Chargers.
Damn, they're up. It's a pick'em against the Vikings. That's crazy. I don't know, man. I can see the Vikings do it. I see JJ
I'll
tearing them.
take Kirk Cousins and the emergence of Addison as their solid number 2 receiver. I don't know
And they just like
how
Cam Akers.
I
They
don't
just
know
like
how
Cam.
I
I
got
want
this
Minnesota to
Addison
win,
USC wide receiver is gonna do
but
something besides my son God, but I like
I just
Addison.
I don't see the Chargers going 0-3. I just
I
don't see
do.
them being 0-3.
I
It's
do.
at Minnesota, and I just think that the
My
fucking
crack and Kirk
they're gonna have a good
Cousins
little
is one of
run
the
game though.
top 5
I think
quarterbacks in the league right now.
Madison and Akers is gonna be a little combo though, running backs. So they just signed
Yeah, but
Akers.
see, bro, that
They
and
got
then
Cam Akers too. They got Cam Akers today.
Yeah, they just got Cam Akers, and then they got still JJ Addison. They got a good offense
what
for
did they
sure.
trade? What did they trade?
They swapped picks. They just swapped picks
They
in this
swap
upcoming
picks
a late
late round
round
picks.
pick. They like from they swapped I think like a fifth and a sixth. So one went from the sixth round, one went to the fifth round. They just swapped picks, and but
Arkham,
that's
what's
it.
up, man? How you doing, Arkham Terrence? How you doing, buddy? Good to see you in here, man.
Yes,
Mm.
sir. So it's just
Thank you very much for being here.
it's a pick. I don't know. I think I'm gonna go Minnesota.
Yeah, my boy's going with
Yeah, I
me.
think I'm gonna have to
I'm
flip. I'm gonna have to flip. I think I'm gonna have to go Minnesota, bro. I mean, I want the Vikings to win, but I just don't see the Chargers being 0-3.
It's hard to
But
see
if
it
they
because
are, fuck it, more power to us.
all the hype behind them. So like it's hard to see them out three. Like, but I don't know. JJ just don't get stopped, bro. Like that dude's a fucking beast, man. That fucking Justin Jefferson, man. And I don't know. I just think the Chargers ain't gonna be able to stop him.
I don't know why I said that about that Addison kid.
What?
It took a lot for me to say that about Addison Taylor.
Bro,
Oh, why
I
do you hate
know.
on the SC guys, man? They're all good.
Watch out for Arizona State too. They might just put it up on you.
I just need
Oh,
Jefferson not to make that mistake again and let the ball go too early. Walk in, get that touchdown, man. Hand the ball to the referee, bro. I
Gravy.
need I need you to do that.
Say that. You know what the point spread is in that game?
What?
Like 40 points.
I'll take it.
SC's still
Arizona
gonna
State.
SC is still gonna cover. They're gonna beat them like 63-0, maybe.
Hey, we shut them out.
I know 29-0, but if now we might beat them like 63-3. We're gonna fucking rock them. SC against Arizona State. Arizona State sucks.
Yeah.
They're bad this year.
I just know that. I know that fucking that SC Colorado game is coming up.
Yeah, but Oregon, Colorado this weekend.
You're gonna watch Colorado prime time just
in Eugene
all over the USC crowd over there.
I don't know, dog. This is gonna be the real test. This is gonna be the actual game. Like, I haven't put no stock into like the wins yet of Colorado because all the teams they played are teams that they should be beating.
Tune-up games. It's supposed to be tune-up games, and Colorado State showed the fuck up.
So that's why I'm saying, like, this game is going to be the measuring stick right here to where Colorado's really at. This game right here, and then they got another tough game coming up against fucking USC. Those are going to be the tough games of their schedule. So if they're for real, this is where they're going to prove it, dog. That'll be legendary, though, for them. That shit will be legendary for them. For Dion, bro, you know fucking Dion will fucking be held up like fucking...
Colorado beat y'all.
People will already start talking about like, oh my God, Nick Saban who? When Nick Saban already has like fucking 5 fucking or how many fucking national championships? Like, they'll already start putting Dion on that type of shit if he comes up with these next 2 wins, dog. Like, with the amount of
I'll tell you this
right now.
In Colorado, where's it at? USC?
This weekend?
No,
where they the USC Colorado game is at Colorado, but this weekend they gotta go play in Oregon.
Okay, I'll make a bet with both of you. If Colorado wins that game, both of you guys gotta wear a Fresno State hat. I'll send to you a whole live.
If Colorado beats
USC wins it, and if I wear a USC hat. I'll go buy one on my own.
All right.
You talking to me?
You down with that? Dirty
that shit.
You gotta wear Fresno State.
So if Colorado beats USC, you gonna send me and Gabe Fresno hats to wear for a whole live?
No, you can buy your own. I'm losing that bet. I should be happy.
I'll find one for like clearance on clearance. Don't worry.
I'm pretty sure you won't be able to find a Fresno State.
I'll be able to get like a Ross.
I have to look around for one when I'm out there or something. You know what I mean? I'm sure y'all got one at like a 7-Eleven.
Ross or something. You know, like they have the Diddy's.
You know what? I'll give you 2. You and Gabe can meet up, and you can wear them both.
If I can find them at the Diddy's discount store.
I'll just make my own hat. I'll just buy a white hat, put USC on it.
Fight on.
Yeah,
you gotta play that song in the background and do this too on the live. You gotta be like dun, 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 dun. You gotta do that shit with the USC hat and everything.
And every other word you gotta say, "Go Dogs."
Oh my God, we're gonna fucking win. We're not even, you're putting yourself through torture, Gravy.
Hey,
people are gonna see you on your live, and you're gonna say, "Damn, you turned into a fucking USC fan." Damn.
So wait a minute. That's the weekend. That's the weekend of the Raider Charger game, right?
Yeah, that's the Canelo fight.
That's the night before.
Yeah, that we're gonna be there too. You're gonna be over
the night
there
before.
Too.
That's the night before. Okay.
Oh, so we can watch that game on Saturday, huh?
Yeah.
And then you're gonna owe me from the Canelo fight too, because you got Charlo, I got Canelo.
No, but I'm gonna win that pot.
No, you're not.
I'm gonna win that pot.
Canelo's winning that fight, dog. It's gonna be a tough fight. Canelo's winning that fight, dog.
Canelo's gonna get beat.
Damn. We gonna see now. We gonna see. Okay.
But I told Gabe, Gabe, if I'm over there, if I go to LA and say Canelo's gonna get his ass whooped, I better not go over there and get jumped.
Nah, dog, don't trip because there's a lot of trust me, there's a lot of Latino people who are going for Charlo, and there's a lot of friends of mine too that that are going for Canelo on the other side too. So it's like it ain't even like that over here, dog. Like you'll be able to go for whoever the hell you want because there's a lot of Mexican foods that don't like Canelo.
Oh, here we go, Terrence now. Look. Here we go, Terrence now.
I keep forgetting too. Nah, you can't forget. They do have the best receiver in the league. Well, he's starting to.
Hey, we'll do this, Gravy. We'll do this. If SC wins, you pay for my meal at Roscoe's. If Colorado wins, I'll pay for your meal at Roscoe's.
Boy, you gonna chow down over there. But
Nah, I don't eat a
got
lot.
the menu over there already.
You can ask Gabe. I don't eat a lot.
Nah, he don't. It
I
was
don't eat a
You
lot.
will that night. You put it on me that night. Watch.
that one
Nah,
day
it's
was like
just one
Then
meal in the morning.
I gotta
like
take care of my
$15.
sister too. I like the
Nah,
hats, but I want to punish you.
It's cheaper than a hat.
No, it ain't. Not where I get them at.
Telling you, fucking Dollar General.
Well, let's go, Gabe. What's the next one?
Indianapolis Colts, Baltimore Ravens. Ravens are favored by 8. I'm going Ravens. I'll go first. I'm going Ravens then covered because I think Richardson's in protocols for concussion. Indianapolis no Taylor yet. Yeah, they ain't doing shit. Baltimore winning that game and covering.
I think Baltimore passing game takes over this game. The Colts passing defense is atrocious. There's just no way that they're going to be able to stop Lamar and Andrews and all the other weapons that they added to that receiving core. Yeah, I think this is a walk in the park for Baltimore. I got them winning by 2 scores.
Gravy.
I got the Ravens.
Okay.
The I like that Zay Flowers they got.
Yep.
So I got him for a reason from my buddy right here. I know it was hard, but
yeah, it was. I had to do something with my team though, so I shook my team up. Now it's on Burrow. See if he could do it. See if he could do it for me. Come back healthy, man, and let's do it up. Next game, Denver at Miami. Miami is only favored by 6.5. I'm taking Miami, and they're gonna at least win by a touchdown. They're at least gonna win by a touchdown, so for sure they'll cover because it's 6.5. So I think at least a touchdown they're gonna win by at home.
Tyreek has a hurt ankle.
And then and Waddle's hurt too, no?
Waller's out.
Yeah, Waddle's out.
He got bad concussion.
But Tyreek is gonna play. That fool don't miss games really.
He had a twisted ankle.
It still says questionable on there. I think he's gonna be upgraded to like probable. I think because of the Waddle injury, he's gonna kind of force himself to play this week, though.
Just last night he was questionable. I got all these notifications.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think by the end of the week,
everybody,
he'll play.
all my whole team.
Miami. Nah, I'm still taking Miami. They got Mostert. They got I'm taking Miami.
Miami and who?
Broncos.
Oh,
6.5 is the thing.
And they're in Miami, right?
Miami.
I want Miami to win. I do. I don't know if Denver can bounce back from the way they lost that game to the Commanders. You had a chance in the closing seconds.
They were up by all kinds of points. They were up 21-3.
Yeah, I know. And you throw the Hail Mary, you get the lucky pass, but when comes down to get the 2 points. I mean, your quarterback just didn't have the balls to fucking stand there and a little bit longer and actually give you an opportunity to get it. I mean, that's going to play out the rest of the season. That
The Broncos have the most points per possession this year, but still haven't won a game. That's
You
crazy.
expect that from a coach they have. He puts up points. But
they did that last year.
No, last year they were like averaging like 13 points a game. They sucked last year, though. Like this year, they actually I think he threw 2 touchdowns against us, and then he threw 3 touchdowns last week, so he has 5 touchdowns. Fucking what's his name? And then they got a couple, I think, rushing. So it's like they're pretty good, man. But it's just they can't find the way to win, dog. They're still not there yet.
If Tyreek Hill plays, I don't know. I think Miami needs Waddle and Hill both.
Think so?
I mean, I think that's just how their offense is built. If they don't have both of them, Denver could pull it out.
They still got Gasecki, right?
No, he's in New England.
Oh, okay.
they got
Let me see.
Higbee, don't they?
Tyler Higbee, I think so.
They got Tyler Higbee.
Let me check their roster real quick. They got.
But didn't Waddle get hurt that first game, and then that's when Tyreek went off. So Tyreek was unstoppable that first game. He's just so fast, dude. He'll burn any defense,
He's too fucking fast.
and he runs good routes.
Mm-hmm.
But there's 2 David Long Juniors in the league or what?
Wow. Did he trade
And
somebody?
they got Mostert.
They got a
Mostert.
linebacker. They got a linebacker, David Long Jr.
Maybe that's the David Long Jr. we was thinking about and we didn't get.
They got a good defense, though. They got Christian Wilkins, Bradley Chubb, that fool Jalen Phillips. Fuck, dog.
Tyreek's gonna play. Tyreek's gonna play.
Yeah, they're pretty. They got that guy Andrew Van Ginkel, a linebacker. He's pretty good. Eli Apple, Xavier Howard. They're pretty fucking good, dog.
I got Miami defense.
Who's the other receiver?
For that note, I'm gonna keep Miami. I got Miami on that game. I think Denver goes 0-4.
I got Miami winning. I'm saying Denver could pull it out. But
they got
Miami. I'm definitely going with Miami. I just think Denver could. There's a strong possibility if Denver played hard enough, they could pull it out.
I got Miami. I just think Tyreek's gonna play. I think that and they got Braxton Berrios. They got Robbie.
That's Low's guy.
If they change that fool, if that fool changed his last name to Chosen, Robbie, his name is now Robbie Chosen. Robbie Anderson, he fucking changed his name to Robbie Chosen.
Wow.
He's chosen a new team every year.
That's fucking crazy. That's what they have up right here, dog.
He's like Claypool. Yeah. You see Claypool on every team now. He got a bunch of jerseys in his closet too.
Okay, so we all got Miami. Or no, you think you got Miami, but you think Denver can maybe it wouldn't be surprising. Okay. How about Tennessee versus the Browns? At the Browns are favored by 3.5.
Bradley Chubb was everything for the Browns. He was everything. Deshaun Watson is, oh God, he's awful.
Nick.
But
yeah, that fool looked good last night.
That was, you know what it was. I think so too. Like that's kind of happened sometimes, and I've seen it in a
Oh,
lot of
never
games
mind.
though too. Where you fucking get like a guy hurt like that when your whole game plan that week, basically, like the whole game plan was around, we're gonna fucking, run the ball on these motherfuckers with Chubb. You know what I mean? And he was out, they were starting off to a good start. That fool was fucking running for 10 yards, 20 yards here and there. Like he already had nearly fucking what, like almost like 80 yards, 70 yards at the time he got hurt. And it was only like the second quarter. And he fucking, it's just, I think that fucked up their whole game plan as soon as that shit. And that's on. I think that had a lot to do with the coach though too, because I think the coach didn't prepare himself to like for that type of shit. Like he fucking, you could tell that he didn't change up his game plan. Right there, he should have went more with the different game plan, dog. Like because he didn't adjust after that. But I think they'll be. I think Deshaun will play better, but they just signed Kareem Hunt. They just re-signed Kareem Hunt. That dude Ford did step in pretty good a little bit, but I think they're gonna have to do that by committee now. But I think now they're gonna ask Deshaun Watson to do a lot more. So we'll see how he does, because now he's gonna ask to, because now no they can't rely on Nick Chubb anymore though.
I'm sorry, he could not escape tackles yesterday.
And then he was holding fucking
Look
face masks
slow.
and throwing fools. He was fucking throwing fools by their face masks. You see how he's trying to, he's like, fool, fucking asshole.
He looks
He
slow.
fucking did it twice.
He looked like he don't got it no more. Like I said he would. He
Their
looked
defense is,
exactly like I said he would. He's not worth the money. He wasn't worth the trade. And the game, being away from the game for 2 years, it will pass you by.
yeah, the defense was good though. Who do you go? I will say 3.5 at Cleveland. Tennessee though, I think Tennessee's gonna be able to run the ball. I'm gonna go with the upset. I'm going with Tennessee in this
Me
game.
too. I'm taking Tennessee.
After the way they
Believe it or
played the
not,
Chargers,
slowly but surely, out of nobody's, out of the grass, Derrick Henry's having another good year.
after the
Yeah,
way they played the Chargers, I'm gonna have to go with Tennessee as well.
yeah, we all went Tennessee right there.
Three
Okay.
Tennessees on the upset.
So the Saints at Packers. Packers are favored by 2 points. I'll go.
I have to go Saints.
This is a good game right here, though.
Is Watson coming back?
If Aaron Jones does not play, I think I got the Saints in a lock. I think they win. But if Aaron Jones plays, he's a difference maker. It'll be closer of a game. Still think it's gonna be a close game. And I
He
think
better
the
play.
home field kind of like, the Green Bay playing, kind of playing outdoors in Green Bay, that shit gets loud, but that'll make a difference if it gets to a close game. But I'm gonna take the Saints too. I want to go Green Bay, but
I'm taking the Packers.
okay. Dude, fuck. You know what? Now I'm changing my pick. I'm going Green Bay.
I'm sticking with the Saints.
Yeah, you know what? I just think that
I think the Saints got a better defense.
I just think Lambeau Field plays a big part.
Yeah.
Dog.
But I mean, you look at Carolina. Carolina was loud as fuck too. But that defense, that defense isn't faded by noise, because I mean the Superdome is loud. The New Orleans is used to loud. It's New Orleans. So that doesn't play really into effect with me, because they're used to noise anyway. But their defense is just a better defense. Like, I really hinge all of their success is really based on their defense. They're not letting people score. Their offense isn't dominant, but their defense isn't letting anybody score. So if you don't let anybody score and your offense is capable of going up and putting a few points, well, I mean, shit, you should be winning because you ain't letting nobody score.
And it's gonna be a nice. It's gonna be a nice day. No worry about no weather. 65 degrees, good ass weather.
Green Bay.
I'll go Green Bay.
I hear you. I'll be a lone wolf.
Yeah, I'm
Jordan
just
Love
looking
will
at.
outshine Carr.
I'll be the lone wolf. I ain't tripping. I just feel what I feel. This got nothing to do with DC. This got everything to do with defense.
So that's
You
we got
gotta
okay
score.
two. Okay, so now we'll move on to Houston at Jacksonville. But I mean, I'm pretty sure we're all gonna probably most likely go Jacksonville unless somebody's going with the upset. But the spread is 9.
Jacksonville.
I got Jacksonville covering that.
You got Jacksonville covering.
Yep.
I'm going to go Jacksonville winning, but Texans pulling off a grinder now. Like they're gonna. It's gonna be within a touchdown. It's gonna be like a touchdown game. Those are those in division games where I can see it ending within a touchdown. Even though I think the Jacksonville's gonna look, the more dominant team and all that shit. I just think that they're gonna stay in there. I
You
think
got
what's the name has
Jacksonville Texans?
Yeah, I think I have Jacksonville winning the game, but I think
I have that Jacksonville played the Falcons.
this weekend, Houston
Oh,
Texans
my
versus
bad.
Jacksonville. Yeah, Houston versus Jacksonville.
Yeah.
I
Jacksonville
got
played the Falcons.
Jacksonville winning, but Houston covering.
Yeah, I got Jacksonville in that game.
Oh, man. Look,
Houston's got a cool D, but
they got this messed up. You see that?
I'm just their offense hasn't thrilled me at all.
Look at that.
What week is that?
This here, because right above it is Steelers Raiders.
Your shit tripping.
Sunday, September 24th. These are all these games. Yeah, Texans Jaguars. We're looking at it on ESPN too. Yeah, Texans Jaguars.
Hmm.
Your app is tripping.
So you got them covering then, right, Dirty? Jacksonville and covering.
Yeah, I got Jacksonville covering.
What about you?
Jacksonville, what is it, 9?
9.
9, you said?
Yeah.
I don't think
That boy
Jacksonville.
ETN gonna get some yards this week.
Who?
ETN. Run about Jacksonville.
Better do something.
He had one bad week last week. His first week was cool. Second week, it was all right. But I ain't tripping. I won. I don't give a fuck. I won. But this week, I gotta win again this week. I'm trying to stay undefeated.
That's why I traded him.
I'm trying to be the first one to go undefeated all the way to the championship and win. Never been done in my league, so I'm trying to do it.
That's hard, though.
That's the guy, Gabe.
Okay, so after that, it's Buffalo versus Washington. 6.5 favorites. Buffalo, but they're at Washington.
I'm gonna have to take the Commanders.
Me too.
They got
When you-
like
heart,
Washington.
they got grit, bro. They a tough team, man. I think Buffalo rides on cloud 9 after the way they destroyed us this past week, and yeah, they go into that game overconfident. And Washington, the way they came back and won that game, bro, you should be floating on cloud 9 and riding the whole way out like that. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go with the Commanders.
Okay. Straight out win.
I got them. I got them by 9.
Okay. So yeah, because I mean they're already starting off the game with 6.5. So that's shit. They don't even have to win the bet actually, but they yeah, all right. Commanders, you say upset. All right. Gravy.
Crackpot upset of the week. Washington over the Bills.
Washington over the Bills.
I
I'm
like
gonna
their
go.
defense.
I'm gonna go Buffalo, dog. I'll be the only one on the other side. I go Buffalo. I think. I think they ride last week's momentum. I think it could play two ways. Though Graves. I mean, the way dirty is, they can let it get to their hair, or they can just ride last week's momentum. But I feel like they'll ride last week's momentum, and I think they'll pull it off. I think Buffalo. I got Buffalo. I don't know about covering though. I think it's gonna be a close game. Since they have to win by a touchdown. I'll say Buffalo, but Washington, they cover. They'll be within a touchdown.
What's next?
So next game, Atlanta, Detroit at Detroit, and Detroit is 3.5 favorites.
I
I'll
got
go.
D-Town.
Okay, you got who?
I got D-Town. I got Detroit.
Detroit. Okay, they're in the Motor City, so they are in Detroit. What about you, Gravy?
I'll take Detroit plus the 3 and the 3. Gonna cover
Yeah,
that.
I'll take Detroit and covering too, for sure. That one was. I think that's one of those locks because if it's unanimous, it's a lock. So Carolina at Seattle. Seattle is favored by 6.
My boy Gino's gonna hit. Gino's gonna be on a mission again this year. He's gonna take him over the top.
At Seattle.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go Seattle too. I have to go with Seattle as well. Carolina put up a hard fought game, Monday night against the Saints. But in the end, when you look at it, they're just their quarterback is just not ready, bro. The
Yeah.
game is just way it's just too big for him right now. He's not there.
And he's
Seattle's gonna
hurt.
make him pay for that.
And he's hurt, bro. He got
Yeah,
hurt too.
he's hurt. So I mean, I'm just saying they even their backup, the game is just too big for their quarterbacks. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think Seattle makes them definitely pay for that. Yeah, I gotta take 12 on that one.
Yeah, I'll go Seattle too. Seattle at home, it's Carolina. That shit. He's gonna fucking mess up a lot. I think on Sunday, dog. That crowd's gonna get on him. On Bryce, dog. It's gonna be a rough one for Bryce. I think on Sunday.
Don't think that
Next,
Pete Carroll can't devise no defense to stop you either. Pete Carroll's a damn good defensive player.
yeah.
He gets down too.
Okay, next game, Chicago at Kansas City. Kansas City's favored by 12.5 points.
Damn.
Yeah, there's a reason for that. Chicago was awful. God, the worst team in the NFL.
At,
Um,
Kan-
huh?
at Kansas City.
Yeah, they're the worst team in the NFL, bro. Yeah, you can't help but go with Kansas City on that game. You don't want to, but
You think they cover?
hell yeah, I cover. Yeah, I
12
got
and a
them.
half.
I got them winning by 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, that's almost where it's at. They might get there by Sunday. They might get to that. I got I got fucking Kansas City too, though. I don't see Chicago.
They'll be covering that spread by halftime.
Yeah, I think
Now,
so.
if you feeling frisky and you want to bet some money and come up, this would definitely be the game to bet on. This would definitely be the game to bet Chicago if you feeling like your luck could turn, and you get bro. I would bet $20 on Chicago and see what it turned into.
Yeah, you gave out a lot of
12
money.
and a half, that's probably 10 or no, 12 to
If you
1.
If you take Chicago money line, it's like you get plus 520. It's plus 520. So it's basically that's a good amount. So if you bet like what, like I think it's $5 or something, or $10, you get like 52. So if you bet 20, you'll get like double that, $104 profit.
200. You get two.
Put
Somewhere
$100.
Yeah, you
It
get
depends on
200.
yeah, it
Because
just
if you
depends on
bet
how much.
5 and get 52, if you bet 20, you should get 204
Something like that. Yeah,
or 208. I'm sorry, 208. You should get 208.
yeah,
Because
but they're
104 at 10, you know what I mean? 208 at 20. So yeah, $20 bring you 200. I mean, shit. Fuck it. That's a come up.
yeah.
That's a come up.
But you gotta bet a money line to do that.
Yeah.
If you take the points, it's just minus 110, so you're not really gaining any money. Like you will, like say if you do bet 200, you still make like a little bit less than 200 back. You make like 190 back or something like that. But profit, but
Bet 20 on the money line and win 200.
then you get a good amount. You get a good check.
Hey, that's a meal.
I'll go Kansas City.
I'm definitely going Kansas City. Oh, I'm taking that bet.
Oh fuck!
I'm taking that bet. I'm good.
Okay, Dallas at Arizona. It's almost the same shit. 12-point favorites.
Oh, Dallas all day.
Right,
Arizona. No, I'm sorry. I thought Chicago was the worst, and I think Arizona might be. Like, it's a tie between them two for the worst teams in the NFL, bro. They both look terrible. I mean, boy, we look bad. We look bad against Buffalo, but those two teams.
Okay, so you got Dallas over there.
I know who's gonna be playing for the number 1 pick. Know who's gonna get Caleb.
Who do you got, Gravy? Dallas or Arizona?
Because I'm married to a Dallas fan. If she's watching this, can I make 2 bets?
No.
I'll take Arizona.
You gonna take Arizona with the points?
For the set, they're due. They're due. Their offense isn't spicy enough for me, but they got a defense from
yeah, that defense in Dallas is gonna make that offense in Arizona look.
They got a defense from another planet, bro.
I'll tell you right now, Dallas comes away from that game with 7 turnovers.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, 7 turnovers by that defense for Dallas.
Okay, if they don't do that, you got to wear a Fresno State hat for 2 lives. Then.
Man, I'm not wearing no Fresno State nothing.
If you lose, you have to.
Oh fuck! Okay,
and you'll know by Sunday.
Told y'all. Everybody knows me. I bet meals.
You're gonna be at SoFi with the Fresno State hat on with the Raider jersey.
No, everybody knows me. I bet meals. Everybody knows that. I bet food.
Guys.
I bet combos. I bet combos. You want an Obama? You want an Obama special? I get you an Obama special.
I'm gonna get the chicken and waffles. That's what they're known for. And some iced tea. They're known for their iced tea.
I'll get you an Obama special.
Fucking the next game is Sunday night. Steelers at Raiders. The Raiders are favored by 2.5.
Take the Raiders and
to cover.
They're gonna
okay.
I'm gonna take the refs. I'm gonna take the referees in this game, bro. I'm gonna take the referees.
We ain't got no shot.
I'm gonna take the refs, bro.
The Raiders for sure. No, I don't even know why we've been asking.
We ain't got no shot, bro.
Hey, if the refs just let them play, cool. But if we have any shenanigans, it's gonna be a long night.
Oh shit. Fucking. I'll take the Raiders either way. Raiders all day. You know what I mean? So it's Raiders. But wait, there's 2 Monday night games. First one is Philadelphia at Tampa Bay, and Philadelphia's favored by 4.5.
Yep.
I'll go. I'm going Philly.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm going
you
Philly.
gotta go. You gotta go Philly, man. You know what I mean? They're playing great football. They got a great defense. You know, Tampa Bay is nice, but it's not
It's
Philly.
nice. It's nice.
It's nice, but it's not Philly.
Fucking bull rat. It's nice. So you got Philly. I got Philly. I'm covering. What do you got, Gravy?
Baker Mayfield
Oh
gets a
shit!
shot
Upset
in the
special.
ass of some weird steroid dust. Throws for 400 yards against one of the best defenses in the NFL. Mike Evans goes for almost 200 yards receiving,
And
What
damn.
Chris
and
Godwin doing?
White gets 150 rushing, but Philly still wins the game.
What is Chris Godwin doing? They fucking Evans is getting 200. Shit.
I could go through all of that to say Philly still wins the game.
Yeah.
Fucking baby. And the
How'd y'all
Rams.
thinking how'd y'all thinking for me?
I thought you were gonna fucking pick the fucking.
He said he gets a shot in the ass, goes for 400, 200 Evans, 170 yards on the ground by White, and they still lose.
They still lose. So how about okay? So we all
Damn,
got
that's
Philly.
bad. That's bad.
Rams at Bengals, dog, on Monday night, and the Bengals are only favored by 2.5, dog.
This is gonna be a terrible game. I'll tell you this right now. This is gonna be a terrible game, especially if Burrow's not able to go. This is gonna be a terrible game, bro. I'm taking the Rams to win this if Burrow can't go.
Yeah.
You see what you gotta do, Gabe, is you gotta go down to LA. Are they playing in Cincinnati or LA?
They are
Gotta be
playing
LA because it's a late game.
in Cincinnati.
Is it in Cincinnati? Oh,
Yeah.
You gotta take a flight to Cincinnati and get some icy hot and rub it on that calf muscle that Burrow got. Then they might get a win. But I'm gonna take the Rams here.
Okay. I'm going. I would love to fucking pick this one later on in the week, but right now, because the shit is iffy with Burrow if he plays or not. Damn, dog, I'm gonna go with the Rams right
all
now
the
as a
signs
right.
show that he's not gonna play. I mean,
Huh?
all the signs show that he's not going to play against the Rams, bro.
That's what I'm saying. I'll take the Rams as of right now. Like if with that news, I'm going Rams because unless Burrow goes out there, and even if he does go out there, he's gonna what percentage is he gonna go out there? And shit, that's a scary defense too. Like I mean, that's scary to have fucking Aaron Donald. He's still Aaron Donald, man. He can still get at the quarterback. You seen in the first game when they played Seattle, when fucking what's his name was screaming for his life. Gino was screaming for his fucking life and shit. And he said, "Oh my god." That was a
So that
fucking
means
fool.
Gabe. So that means you're gonna have to start Russell Wilson.
Who?
you
Oh
you
yeah, I
outbid me
mean,
for. Remember I told you last night I did a major bid for Russell Wilson, and if you
I
got
only
him,
I only put in $10.
$10 for Russell Wilson.
I
Yeah,
had
I
to,
thought
dog, 'cause
mine was bad.
I have to have him just until Burrow gets right. He's just my backup plan right now until Burrow gets right. Maybe a week or two.
He's just
Hey, if he has a week like last week, he had 3 touchdowns. That was a good week for him and 300 yards for fucking Russell last week. He had a good fucking
I'll
game.
start Russell Wilson right now.
I don't know yet. I'm gonna have
The
to. I'm
calf
gonna have to
muscles,
do it.
them calf muscles with them good arm guys. They use that whole back foot, bro. He's gonna do it again. But thanks for Gino. He ain't hurt. You're muted.
He got to play with Russell Wilson. I mean, the good thing is he's putting up touchdowns. It doesn't matter if he wins, right? He just got to put up points.
But he ain't worth $10.
Nah, not $10 though. No.
I told Gabe last night, I said, man, I put a major bid for Russell Wilson. And then he bet $10. He put $10 on him and got him.
You tricked me.
Trick you.
Oh damn, that sucks. I'm not gonna. That's
Put
it.
some money down on him. I
I'm
forgot
not
how
giving
much.
you more. I'm not giving you more
I
stars
thought
no
it was
more.
a
Dog.
lot, bro. I thought I put a lot for Russell Wilson, but not as much as you.
I only put $10 though. I
Yeah,
just needed him to run out. He's only gonna be my backup for now, dog. You know what I
that's
mean?
cool.
So, and I
I see
got
what you're
Chase.
doing. Now, don't deny me what I sent you.
I don't know that yet.
You already did.
Aaron Jones is not gonna play this week. I need to win this week, Gravy.
So Aaron Jones is playing.
He's not playing.
Who?
He didn't practice again this week. He went out and stretched with the team. He went out. I read today. He went out and stretched with the team, and then he went back to the locker room because it
Who?
didn't
Aaron
feel right.
Jones?
Yeah,
He still got
he
a couple
didn't.
more days.
He, did,
You got a couple
he
more
didn't
days.
practice because I guess he had like a little setback. So I
But
don't
think
think he's gonna.
long term. Think long term though.
Ulster's good, man. But that was the last game.
That was the last game.
Yeah.
We almost hit in 3 hours, my friend. It was a good live. It was a good live.
It was a good night.
We might call it. So
We're just
see
fucking.
what's going on.
Yeah,
Make sure you guys tune in every Wednesday at 5:20, either on my show or either on Gabe's
I have a
show.
420 show tomorrow because I was supposed to have a show on my channel today though anyway, but so I haven't had a show on my channel, so I'm gonna do a show tomorrow on my channel for sure.
Okay.
So if you guys want to pull up, anybody want to pull up, we're gonna have a smoke out hour at 420. So with tomorrow we'll have a smoke out hour for sure. It won't be too long because we did talk a lot of football today. You know what I mean? We talked a lot about shit. So tomorrow will be kind of like a smoke out hour. We'll talk, Raiders, Steelers. We'll get a little bit more news too on updated injury shits and shit like that. Injury reports. Tomorrow will be like a good measuring stick too because we'll see what guys are actually out there, like actually practicing. Tomorrow is a big day for practice, so we'll see that. I'll do a show at 420. We'll fucking continue. I guess this Raider, at least the Raider Steelers talk, man. Another little preview and shit like that. Just a update preview, just with the injury report. But for sure, we'll have
See
a
who's
420
doing
show.
better and who could most likely get into the game. But by Thursday, they pretty much know because Friday's the kickback day, Saturday. So
Yes,
it's really
tomorrow
1 or
you'll
2
know.
days.
So we'll see if Jacoby has a little bit more better update too. If he is out there limited, hopefully tomorrow. I don't expect him to take any like contact this week anyway, but just hopefully he's just still out there again, and just more encouraging news from him.
Good,
But yeah, man.
Enjoy
Dirty,
the
you do
game like always. Dirty. We
What's
know
up?
who you are, man. Let the people in the chat know what you got going on and future things for you
Well,
coming up.
I will not be around Friday or Saturday night for the Dirty Lunatic show this week. I will be in Vegas for a wedding. Um, I will be. I should be home. I should be home before the Sunday night game. And I will be live after that. Probably with Low. I'm gonna get with Low and see if I can come over there and hang out after the game. If he goes live after the game. Other than that, I mean, I'm at Life of the Nation. Life of the Nation, DA Nation. You know what I mean? Holla at me, find me. Appreciate it.
So,
All right. And
sir.
I'm Gravy from Raider Outsiders at Raiders Outsiders. I want to thank everybody that was in the chat. You know, I'll start from the bottom. Dark, NorCal, Arkham, Raider Pete, a bunch of you guys, man. Thanks for supporting us and keeping this show moving. Me and
Everybody.
Gabe really love it. And we think it's something
Uh,
that we can go on with. If
just
you
love
guys
talking
dig
Raider
it.
football. I mean, regardless if it's constructive
Mhm.
criticism, whatever it is, it's just holding everybody accountable. Like I understand, like we also had some good expectations for us, but we still gotta at the end of the day, if the team is not showing what they gotta show, well you'll for sure hear us holding them accountable, dog. Like for some it might be a shorter leash than others, but you know what I mean. It's if you will hear the truth for sure if they continue this if they continue that week 2 performance for sure though.
Yeah. And J Dub, Terrence, man, thank you for coming up. Uh, you got a bunch of people, man. Pezzo, you know,
On 6
Raider
Avagazi but Club, Raider
Kamikaze
band.
for pulling up. Raider
Man.
Band showing up, man. It was a pleasure. Alfredo, the boss with the sauce. Milka Breezy. Everybody knows I got much love for you. Um, Once again, next Wednesday, 5:20, we'll give you the updates early. Wednesday's usually my half day, but I had to stay for a meeting at school, so that's why I was running late. But me and Gabe will get this all together, and then we want to
Yeah, we'll
thank
make
Dirty for
sure
being on here.
we're gonna make sure we
Dirty for
multi-stream it
being
next
up here.
get a
We're
couple more
always
eyes
blessed
on
to
it.
have his knowledge, and hope he
Sure.
doesn't come out next week all mad because I didn't like that dude that came out Monday, man.
Hopefully they
Hey,
don't
I
give
like
him a
the
listen,
reason.
other.
that
Hopefully they don't
guy,
give him
I
a
like the other
uh,
guy better. I like the
that
other guy
guy,
better. This
that
other
guy
guy.
was just keeping it real, man. That guy was
Okay.
just keeping it real. He wasn't in the mood to sugarcoat nothing. He just wanted to tell it like it was, bro. We just want to tell her like it
Sometimes all
was.
of us feel
The
like
reason
that.
why, why I was so mad, Gravy, is because I was saying this shit last week, and motherfuckers was chastising me and telling me I didn't know what I was talking about, and that's not the case, bro. You see, the mistakes we made in the first game, we made in the second game, and we fucking paid for them. And that's all
Mhm.
I was saying. We got to do better. We have to do better. What's wrong with wanting to do better?
Yeah. Nothing wrong with it.
we're
And
gonna see this week.
I agree with a lot of things that you said, and I just it was just weird for me to hear you be that way.
I'm just saying, it's the same guy to me right now. You got to show me something different.
Yeah,
Hopefully
well,
don't
let's
show it.
hope that we
Yeah.
let's hope that the
Hopefully
Raiders are listening to this, and that we get the Raiders to bump it up a notch and play better, man, especially
yeah.
defensively. I don't want this.
Yeah.
I don't want this coach to get fired. I don't want
Not
this team to go through that because that's a big move that'll hurt this team. You know, we've been going through it for years already. Somebody important getting out of this program, and we can't have that anymore. So
yeah, for
I
sure.
I hope Graham gets it together. This defense plays for him, rolls with them, and also the offense too. Just get things going on offense too, because it was just as bad as the defense this last game.
Yeah.
Want
You
to
just
say
gotta
something,
put
Gabe?
No, we just gotta put it together, dog, and that's it. We just gotta have a Monday. We just gotta be able to come in here, or Sunday night, just be able to, well, late Sunday night, just be able to go on a live and just let's celebrate, dog. And just have hopefully we can have a whole team victory, dog. Like the offense plays good, the defense complements the offense, dog, and it's just we get some turnovers and shit. You know what I mean? I just want to see a complete game, dog, to where we can hold up our head, dog, like and actually be like, look, this is where this is where we actually are. Like we were somewhere in the middle, dog. We didn't pull off. It wasn't a good game in the first game, but we pulled off a win. Second game we looked awful. And if we could just pull off a total win, we're kind of be somewhere in the middle of that shit, dog. So I think we could start moving. We could start moving in a good direction if we just can
So
pull
my
off
wife,
just on the same
my wife
page. That's
told
it.
me, my wife said if I could turn $100 into $5 grand, I could stay for the game.
There you go, dog.
Is she gonna give you the $100?
Yeah, if I could turn it, it's our money, but yeah, if I turn $100 into $5 grand, I could stay for the game.
I'm
There you go.
saying
There
it
you go.
comes lucky from her, bro.
You can do
You
the
get given
roulette.
money, that's lucky.
Where are you going?
Do it.
Blackjack. What are you
Nah,
doing?
I do craps. I play craps.
Okay, there you go.
Craps. But if I could turn $100 into $5 grand, I could stay for the game. She said she'll drive home and pick me up from the airport.
That's a lot of winning. That's a lot of winning right there.
Got to make the
You
Yeah,
know
right
there
bet.
was snack at the roulette table.
Just got to make the right bets on craps. You can't tell me you don't. You can't tell me you go shoot craps and don't put odds on yourself to win.
I do that on the, I do that. I like playing roulette.
I feel
That's my
you,
game.
but I'm just saying you got to bet the odds that you're gonna win, right? Well, see on the dice table, I got more control than that ball spinning around. That shit. Uh, See with the dice, at least I feel like I got a little. I can do a little something, right? Plus
You want me to?
them side bets pay. Long as you got the right amount out there, they pay right.
Mhm.
So you know, if you're hot, you stack them. You learn to turn off, turn on. Like dice is a whole little thing about it. It's got a whole little thing about it. You gotta just
You
gotta
ever go
see.
volume one of the Las Vegas dice
Look, cause look,
tournament?
I'm gonna take it. If I win $5 grand off 100, I'm gonna give my wife $4 grand. I'm gonna take that in G. I'm gonna go to the game. I'm gonna buy my $100 and my $150 ticket home to fly home. You know what I mean? And maybe a jersey and a hat. You know, and some food while I wait.
Shit, I give me a
yeah.
steak and some lobster and
That's all you
Huh?
need right
no
there.
cripple
That's
wings.
all,
Yeah. That's all I need right there.
but yeah, no. So yeah, tomorrow, dog, I'll have a show at 420. So everybody feel welcome. Fucking pull up.
Yes,
We'll
sir.
do
Look for that. Look for that thumbnail and
for sure.
My
everywhere
son
for
played
Gabe.
ball in park today.
Mhm.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
what score?
32-0.
Damn. Yeah. Oh,
He uh
ballpark.
It's good.
he put the quarterback out today, and he put the
Today,
wide receiver out.
Damn.
He dropped both of them.
Damn. Fucking
Yeah,
Baldwin Park going downhill.
well,
he
anyways,
did
guys,
he did his thing today.
we're gonna
Yeah.
close it up, and then everybody, thank you again for being on the show. We much
Hell,
appreciate it.
yeah.
Look for the 420 show and also what Dirty has for you. So
Yes, sir.
this is
Yes, sir.
Gravy for the Ritter Outsiders, and we out.
Out. Peace.